All right, guys. I'm not even ready. All right. Let's get a few people in here and let's get this party started. Okay. So let's, as you guys walk in, let me get everything organized. So we got, some people from your past. If you think they're getting away with it, ni madres, I heard. Mm-mm. No, they're not. So, guys, for a lot of you guys, you're stepping into this different era of your life. You're feeling different. You're looking different. You're smelling different. You're not waiting on nobody. You're just beginning. Y vámonos, puro para adelante. You're moving forward. How you doing in the house, baby? Where you from? You're the first one in. Yes, man or woman. So let's get it started. For a lot of you guys, you don't even know the blessings that you have coming in. Like you're being like this. Like you see an opportunity, you're gonna look at it, you're gonna use your discernment, you're gonna be quick to see through the BS. Welcome in the house, baby. Tell us where you're from. Did I open up the chat, guys? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Welcome to the chat. Yes, it had opened up. Okay. All right, Empress. Too short. Yes, baby. Let's go. So I was worried. That's because this lately, some of you guys are gonna be in this energy. Lately, like I set up the live chat and I put it on 808 so it could start at 808. And I was like, chingada, imagine if I would have been taking a dump, and I'm setting it up and it just goes straight to live. And so some of you guys, you're gonna be in this position where God is saying, look, just trust me. You're like, but I'm not ready. I haven't put my chonies on or something. But you are going to have to move from faith and just trust and enjoy the ride. Like, don't take it personal. You're here too. Because I keep hearing, don't forget to have fun. Canada in the house, baby. Too short. Mm-hmm. Clean hat, man. I'm telling you, the other one had all kind of things, but it's kind of like my favorite hat. It had all kinds of. I need to steam clean it. They said, but check it out. Mira, they said I look more sophisticated, but there is something different, my ladies. There's something about you that's gonna change, and it really is about you forgiving and growing. Like you're gonna let go of this peso, this weight that you had. Like, why did I trip over this person? Why was I holding on to anger? And you're gonna be looking in the mirror, especially when you come out the shower looking sexy. You're like, damn, I am sexy. And see, when you start to think like that, you're telling your body the little girl inside of you. For my fellas, you're big king ding. You'll be like, oh my god, ¿dónde estabas, cabrón? And a lot of it has to do with your nervous system. You were just hurt. You were, feeling the anger and your whole body tenses, especially if you see them on social media. Oh my God, they got a new person. But that's fake. Cali in the house. Okay. Canada. Mm, mm. And I'm glad you noticed about my hat. It tells me a lot. Yes, thank you. Let me know if I look wrong or something, catch me. You're supposed to be there for me. Don't make me look silly out here. That's how you guys, the attitude you have. Like if you're a true friend, you're gonna tell me, even if it feels offensive at first, but you care. It's a difference how you tell somebody, right? Philly in the house, baby. Do they really make the best Philly cheesesteaks out there? Huh? Yeah, that matches. Okay, thank you. The cigar vibes, baby. I feel so relaxed. I'm missing my drink. A little bit of Crown Royal, Sit back and relax and just chill. And some of you guys, if you're in a period of isolation, things ain't working out, don't get mad. I was talking to a friend of mine, a client that she was asking me, like she came to visit and was like, yo, everybody thinks you fell off the earth. I did. I'm in a different realm. Why are you so relaxed? And I'm like, Because I'm waiting on God. When He tells me to go, I go. When He tells me to chill, I chill. I relax. Really in the house. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. So, yes, some of you guys there's people that when you started to forgive and you let go and you started, because it doesn't happen like this. Your energy, when you start calling it back, you start to feel this energy like, wow, I am here for greater things. Wow, those people that hurt me, man, I forgive them. And that card said grow, right? And I let them grow. They're on their journey. Whenever God, you know, decides to vindicate me, eh, it is what it is. And then you start your journey. You're like, all right, God, since I left that weight and I surrendered to you, what do you want me to do? And the first thing, you might not hear from him. And then you that fear, that spirit, that energy of fear, doubt will kick in. And that's when you're being tested. So you say, you know what? I don't care, God. I know you might not talk to me, but you're watching me and you're watching me transform. And he's doing his magic right there. Okay, good. But the devil wants you to have these intrusive thoughts. You're not good enough. God doesn't love you. And you're like, fuck you, pinche devil, wherever you want to be, you know? You grab your cigar. Because some of these bitches out here, they'll be like, oh, the addictions, substance abuse. Fuck them hoes. Everybody has some kind of addiction, but God, He knows your heart and your integrity and your intentions. You know, so you tell him, you grab a little thing and they want to put your business out there. Oh, this, she does that. Yo, if you want to be slanging cheeks with a particular person and then they want to tell you that you're out here doing all kinds, it's none of their business to be telling that stuff. And those will be the same people that when it comes your turn to really speak out, oh my God, they get offended. Why did you have to say that, Juanita, Lupita? Yes, Crystal, you didn't have to go that far. Gabriela, ¿por qué les dijiste? I only told you that kind of bullshit. Because some of you guys, when you get your power back, you're going to see right through them hoes. For my fellas, you're going to see right through them fuckers. They want your position. This goes for men and women, I'm here. They love how you can step in a room and people gravitate to you, even when you don't want it. Mm-hmm. Now, I was hearing the song El Venado. Thank you, Jay999, for the $2. Thank you so much. May God bless you with so much joy, happiness, and chingo de abundance and sexiness. Look, I can barely see your picture, but I love your hair going like this. Chingona. Pull that energy back to you. And sometimes, for a lot of you guys, you don't go back to somebody that hurt you. And it's not personal no more. Some of you guys could have love for this person, but you know, that's a decision you make for yourself. Don't listen to nobody's opinion. The only one that should give you that validation, mira, arriba. Yes, baby. I love you too. I'm learning how to, like for some of you guys, if you guys get a thank you for past donations, I want to tell you that I started this channel on my journey and God was pushing me. I didn't know how to do a lot of these things. I still don't. So I've been hitting like and everything, and it was for a reason. For you guys as well. How do you feel when somebody doesn't say thank you? Like when you truly want to be blessed by God, remember what I said. God, and it's written. It's not what I'm saying. It's written. Those who bless you, I will bless, and those who curse you, I will curse. So when you give with your true heart and everything, because there was something that helped you out, or you just gave, you've been in that position, and you don't expect it to come back. When you least expect it, you start to get blessings. Some of you guys, somebody could tell you, don't let her borrow none of your money, and that person is jealous. You want to, and that there's a person with whoever it may be, a relative, family, friend. Don't help her. Fuck that bitch, man or woman. And they're so jealous because they've been hurt, they've been deceived, and so have you. But something within you tells you, you know what? Let me help them out. And those will be the people that sometimes will disappear. And that bitch man or woman will be, and I call them a bitch, whether it's a guy. They'll be the person that'll be, I told you, I'm your fucking friend. I'm this, I'm your brother, I'm your sister. Be careful for those people. No, they're not. And that person just going through hard times and they could be a little bit embarrassed, ashamed. But then when they get on their feet, the good people will always come back and give you a little extra. Maybe a little more like an interest, but you'll receive it with gratitude because wow, not a lot of people do that. And the one that was telling you not to do it is the first one that will never want to pay you back. Not even if it's maybe they can't get back on their feet, but they won't be able to come and tell you out of pride. The other person was too busy hustling. Man, I know I owe, Sandra, I know I owe Christy, I know I owe this. And they're working and they're looking and they just want to be focused. And then when they accomplish it, then they come and they give you an explanation. Those, be careful. Be careful that you don't let go of those people. Give with love and say, God, you already know I don't want to curse them, but I leave it in your hands. Bless them so they will be able to help me when I need it at my time, if that's what you want. And that's part of your journey. That's why I said for this card is right here for you guys too. Forgive, let go, and say yes to forgiveness. Because some of you guys, you when you find out what they were putting on you, money spells to block your finances, to block your beauty, to block your career path. Some of them could have destroyed your reputation. And God is telling you that was part of my plan. My plan. They can't destroy what I have for you. Let them. Remember that little old lady? Let them. Let them think. Let them wonder. Stay focused. Do not harbor anything. And it's very important that I'm saying this because it's coming. Look, right now in Spanish, they call it la cuaresma. If somebody does not right their wrongs right now, because Jesus around this time, I think he was, we're close to when he gets crucified. So some of these people from your past, they've had chance after chance, and they feel they have prospered without having to right their wrongs. And boy, is karma, they're feeling it. And if you still have any stagnation, which means stagnation and resentment, anger, and you're not improving in your spiritual growth, you're allowing them to not receive their karma. You have to let go and say, God, if it's meant for them to be successful in the way they did it, fuck, I give it to you, God. But what do you have for me? Like he's your daddy. Papa, what do you have for me? And then you enjoy it. And some of you guys, like, I'm gonna give you a personal thing. Like, even though I lost, my life has been easier. I might not have everything. It's waiting for me because God is getting everything prepared for me, greater, bigger, whichever way, luxury more. For me personally, like I want a simple life, simply luxurious life if it's possible, but away from my families, with love. And I want to explore the other side of the world, live, find other families, like my soul tribe, find other people like-minded that have also are down to help others. That when evilness comes to them, they rather dance with the devil until the devil's so mad because the devil starts to become happy and like, oh my God, what kind of life is this? I'm supposed to be angry at God and not realizing that even him, he wanted to be like God. Why? Because he admired God, but he didn't know how to communicate and say, God, I love you. And God made him beautiful, from what I understand. Gorgeous, handsome, but he wanted to be more powerful when, he could have had the same benefits. So people that could have knocked you down, they could have been with you. You weren't even looking at them as lower. Maybe they felt bad because I'm channeling this guys for some of you guys. Then back behind the scenes, you were focused on how to get ahead, but you had them in consideration. Like you're pulling them with you. If you win, they win. And boy, did they fuck up. They feel it. Because slowly by surely, God might be popping you out. Or I always tell people, like, God has a way to bring people, to uplift them to success in his unique way. So while you're in isolation, you have a opportunity to go within, to go through everything that other people are afraid to face. And some of you guys, this could be generational curse. Like you're taking on that and you're flying colors. As soon as you can embrace God and say, fuck, it's almost like for my ladies, it's almost like when you're working all day and the fucking bra is so tight on you and you get home and you're like, hi, a la chingada, and your titties are going everywhere. It's almost that feeling. It's just like you give it to God. You don't want that burden, right? Yes, and you don't take things serious. You know, I sat back for a while and God was showing me some of my favorite readers, and they're amazing. I learned from them. Some of them made me cry, you know, like some of them they experienced what I went through, and then there's some that are still angry and they poison other people because they don't know how to heal. Fuck man, and independence and bitch. Beyonce wasn't even independent. She was fucking married with a man, you know, but it fucks women up. You want you want a man, you want the right man that's gonna be with you. And if he makes a mistake, you gotta be strong enough to say, okay, I don't allow the enemy or another bitch to destroy my family. So you don't go tick for tack. You just be more powerful and say, you know what, that was the fucking devil. And you make him understand that if he's not for you, he will leave. If he's not for you, he will leave, and you shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't feel the guilt. You should say, all right, God, I did everything on my part, and I didn't create more um confusion or for this person to fall down or trip or cause him to die or go to jail. No, God, I did everything. Please, what do you have for me? And he'll open opportunities and possibly even another man. And then the other guy has his karma because he lost a real one. And this could go both ways, man and woman. But you know, and that if you're listening, guys, if there's a person that you've been so hurt and people try to justify it, just go to God, get that validation there, and just know that you have every right to feel the way you're feeling, and nobody has to understand it. Only you and God. You came here to experience it, but it's your job to transmute that energy. What do you do with it? Do you hold on to it? Do you allow it to hurt your body, the looks, your organs? Do you allow yourself to really look at it and say, fuck, this was so painful. How do I keep my kids, my nephews, other people in the world to avoid it? And most importantly, how? How do I do it? So, or how do I create God the ability to help others to not fall to trying to inspire themselves and to really look at it as a blessing? Like, yo, he relieved me. And then you're gonna be a person that you're gonna be like, yo, I feel pobrecita, pobrecito, you know, with the new person they're with. And if it's meant for them and they're happy, you're gonna feel something. Hopefully it's not anger. You're gonna be like, wow, it doesn't have nothing to do with me, but maybe that was their soulmate. But you didn't have to discard me or hurt me that way. And he has or she has to deal with the consequences. But if you there's very rare people that could say, you know what, yo, it just ain't working out. I wish you the best. We have 2 kids. How do we do it? So we could be cool. So they could grow up and they know how to maneuver around this situation and try to instead of destroying each other. Transmute, yes, truth, indeed, and that's what it's about. Not like, oh my God, because it's demonic when you have other people trying to tell you, oh, you shouldn't put up with that. And ladies, if you have a friend, family member, even a parent, like you're giving me this advice to leave my guy, to fuck him, to put him, create these kind of reports, tell them, what would you do if they're married? Or if they're not, tell them, is that what you did? Is this is how you ended up like this? And you'll see in their energy. You don't have to believe me. Look back and say, you would do that? And they might talk shit. I wouldn't put up with it. But behind closed doors, they've already put up with it. And they want to see you suffer. And then when you forgive and they see you back with that person, you'll see the anger they have. I can't believe that you got back with this person. That should show you everything. Everything. It open you up like fuck. Because forgiveness, yo, we all have the opportunity for a second chance, third time. Some of you guys will be so blessed if even if it was 50, 100 times. And what came to my mind right now was the book of Osana. Like God told him, hey, go get your. He was happy doing his little pottery when the fucking bitch left, and even with the kids. And he was like, ah, because he had to catch hell from a prostitute that he married. And he obeyed God. So then when God said, hey, really? Like, yo, imagine him getting pissed. Ladies, put yourself in his position. Like, what? In front of the whole thing. But he had the faith. Most importantly, he had the faith. I was going to say he had the balls, but the faith to obey God and say, all right, I'm going for her. And then she learned her lesson. Like, she might have took it for granted. Like, wow, how are you going to marry me the first time? You know, I fucking been with all these people. Everybody in the city knows me. I don't care. He might have said, hey, God told me, but he probably didn't. He says, I find you attractive. Come on. And they were good. But yo, God created a stability. Maybe it wasn't the luxurious that she wanted, her body and everything. I mean, material gains at the moment, but she didn't have to go and sleep with all these crazy ass. The man, there's if you ever know people like that, it's not a good. Yo, there's mental people, sick people out there, and it's rough. I respect them and I love them, and the walk that they're walking on their journey, yo, it's tough. I don't judge them. Some of them are fucking fine, sexy, and they don't know how to get out. They have a yoke, they have a curse that people put on them, their family, or they came here to experience that. And how, and their challenge is to let go of that yoke and be out here as a testimony from God to say, yo, God saved me. It wasn't my nalgas that were out here, because sometimes the money goes así. Yo, and nobody has the right to judge you. So then Osana, this is what I'm channeling. Osana went and he said, here's the money. Money ain't shit. He saved somebody. Imagine somebody saving you after you hurt them, after they hurt you. And still here you are. Like, even in a movie that's coming to me right now is remember, it was from the Negrito, the one that acts like a lady, Perry, where the guy, she put him through school and then he gets all big boss and everything. Of course, hypergamy, right? But she put in all the work, had a big ass house, mansion, and everything, and then throws her out. And she still came back, and I think he had an accident, is what I'm hearing, and still healed him. She was already, God had designed another person for her. And that person, his goal was to trust in God as well. So she came back. She didn't come back for the material things. She obeyed. This is what I'm getting. She came back to help nurse this person. That was her honoring God, not the guy. And the guy's lesson, he learned a major lesson. So did she, and so did the new person. Because she could have been tempted to stay back, to settle, to forgive for materialistic things. That other guy, he really loved her soul, her beauty too. I'm pretty sure he wanted to tap those nalgas. Who doesn't? He licked it everywhere, y todo. That's because they were meant together. Even with the nastiness, guys, this is real. This is real talk. People don't want to talk about it, but it's real. It bonds you when you have chemistry and you're nasty. Two nasty people, they're just together. They're free. They're open. They're vulnerable. That's when you know that's the one. You could be yourself. You could fart. You could take a shit with the door open. You could cry. You could be emotional, and they're not going to judge you. You can have shortcomings, and they will be able to pick you up without shame, not leave you the minute that something went wrong. What are people going to think? Not try to fucking rob you, steal you, and leave you out here humiliating and embarrassing you. That's not love. All of us fall short. Like, wait, this is deep. Can I get a break? I need a beer or something else. No? Guys, they're feeling the karma And look, I was told I don't do candles, but I was told to bring one out. Let me light it. Because a lot of you guys, what I just experienced, it was anger energy that I released. And some of you guys, it could have been you. And God wants you to really look at it like you have an amazing life, regardless of what you've been through. That's only going to show people that what he did for you, whether you claim God or not. This is none of my business. I'm not here as a church or nothing. I'm here just to assure you that God loves you regardless what you do, how you do it, what you do behind, when nobody's seeing. He knows your intentions. He knows the hurt. He knows it could be something you do to hold back, to oppress. I heard they could judge you. Oh, it's an addiction. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know your inner battles. hmm Yes, I'm telling you, I love my journey. That's why I tell people like, yo, I did it, and they can't judge me. Look, the lights just turned on. They can't judge me because I know my purpose. I did those things with great intentions. Like when I was going through, separation, even with the two women, I was the church that I got married, I estaba, and they looked alike. The priest was like, "Oh my God, they're twins." I go, "They're my twins. They're beautiful." It wasn't right, guys, and I admit it. But what do you do when you fall in love with two people? They weren't even my kids, and I still love them. They're chamaquitos. They were little. They needed love. They needed a father figure too. The man, I'm pretty sure he would be pissed. I don't know him, but when he came out of incarceration, if one day I face him, I'm just like, yo, never did I take your place. Never will I take your place. As a matter of fact, the gifts that when it came around to their birthdays or whatever I would give, I'd put your name. I have respect for people. And even with my ex, I told him, look, I don't expect for you to love me until I die. That's your choice. But what I do want, if you can, because I can't force you, is pick a man that's gonna love our kids, that's gonna respect them, that's gonna make them grow spiritually, mentally, that's gonna be there for me. I'm not gonna get jealous. That's just another person to uplift them. How more powerful could you have another person that is gonna uplift them? He has his grandpas on both ends. If I'm just saying, mine passed away, and some of you guys don't have that ability, but if they do, they have a grandpa, maybe two, three, whatever, and then they have uncles, and then they have, in the case of a boy, and then they have, me as the principal father, and plus another guy that you pick that is not just looking at you from a sexual part to get over you, the one that's gonna lick his balls and just get off, and so are you. And I'm nasty like that, but I like to be straight up. Because a lot of the times, even as a man, I tell them, don't pick a bitch that's not gonna take care of your kids. They're all only my kids and not yours. That's not a woman. So it goes both ways. And I told her, I said, look, and my kids knowing and hearing, because I don't hide nothing from them. I came into this world and they know. I wanted them to know how it is when it's the street life, dope gang, whatever, gangs, whatever. I said, look, let me let the dog out. Go. And and I wanted them, and they experienced it. And I told them I don't want them to be in this kind of things and work hard and live good. And if you fall, I wanted them to expect things and not to be naive. Some of you guys, you're gonna be the person that does that. Indian girl, Indiana. Oh yes, it gets cold out there. I want someone who, if I fart, won't mind the smell. He might, you might, you're gonna fall in love. The fucker's passed out. You're gonna be, ay, this is the one, and he's fucking. You knock the fuck out of him with el pinche pedorro, or her. I had to go. I had to do that alone with my son. That's good. Pick a good man. There's so many good men out there. They call them Samsike, all that. Fuck that title bullshit. You know, there's a lot of kids that don't have. they're orphans. They don't have a good father figure, and if they do have a father, he has his personal demons he has to overcome. And for whatever reason, I was telling like another person, like, yo, if you look at it in a higher perspective, the person he came here for you to learn something, and for him, he needed to feel what it felt like to be abandoned, living in the street, or rejected from a family, and then maybe the daughter or the son, they needed to experience to the rejection of a father, mother, or the loneliness, why they act that way, why they're scary, and to overcome it and say, you know what, God, I give it to you. I don't like it, um, but I got it. If I just lean on your guidance and your love, and the blessings will come raining down for me, and I can also teach other kids. Yo, I've been through that. How? You don't look like it. Yo, this is how it is. We all came here to as a lesson. We just let our emotions overcome and our pride. Like anybody can go and whoop ass and handle up as a form of a disrespect to be acá chingón, chingón. I know some ruthless ladies, not towards me, only the ex that wanted to get over me. But it was, yo, if you only knew my side of the story, you'd be like, that bitch was stupid. I mean it with love. I make the best Philly cheesesteak. Oh my God. Ooh, that's what is it? The love to a man's heart, the belly. Can you do it while you're dancing to merengue? Tan, taran, tan, 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 taran, tan, 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 and then be making the booty clap just like that. Ooh, because I like for me, I love to enjoy. Like when we didn't have kids, yo, I'd be acá en calzón, even naked. I'll be like, "Eh," and it would just like when you meet somebody new, or you're in that love phase, the honeymoon, right? You do crazy stuff behind the scenes. You're right there. Pinche little dingling was going like this, but I felt, and I still feel like King Kong, pinche, you know. And I'm looking, I'm like, shit, I need to go to the doctor. My chick was like, why? Fuck, I need bigger. These glasses is making everything look little. I need fucking. And I just play around like that. The minute that you overcome, guilt and shame, like you need to love yourself hard, where people can, whatever they say, you're like, so you think that I have a little pegger, or just because it didn't get up? An example. I'm supposed to feel a certain way. Yo, the Jenner generation is having a harder time. I'm lucky at my age, I'm lucky. But the younger ones, all the food, they consume the water, not let alone the substance. Like marijuana, like back in the days, it didn't have everything, it was natural. El pinchipito se levantaba así, even the white stuff, it was clean from, Pablo Escobar had everything así. But nowadays, a lot of them, the brujos will be right there. They have them working. Let them be addicted. Let their dicks don't get up. Let them become queers. And dude, you don't believe it? I'm telling you. And let them be dolphins and come because they want them to be coming back. The money. So if you don't know how to handle your inner temple, how to handle the situation, even with alcohol. So, I'm gonna educate you guys on that. Just in divine timing. You can overcome anything on this planet. God said that we will be dominion. Are you are you believing? Are you trusting? There's a difference. He gets up like this, no seats, right? And then there was when the OG Kush and the good stuff from Cali was coming in, and ooh, I remember them days. And it was worth more than now. Now the market fucking sucks. But even to all the pinche DA motherfuckers, fuck you, God protects me. Always will and always has. I'm fucking done, homegrown and medical. Yo, like, y'all do it with the purpose. Do it with the purpose. Um, and then little by little wing it if you want to, but you'll notice a difference. And God, you know, because a lot of us we need a little bit of it just when you have a purpose. I'm gonna share you guys, and this is free game. There was people, if you're hanging out in a group, and for my ladies, you're gonna know. You might have not said nothing, but there's always a pendejo in your group, guys, that is gonna come in, oh, let's this and that party, and you can't hang with that substance stuff. And you crash out, and that motherfucker's trying to get to your bitch, you know? And here you are inviting them to your house. That's why I say I don't like anything that's gonna put me out. And for some of you guys, when you find out, your boys, all of them, you'll be like, what the fuck? Or your chicks speak out, you will fucking run a train on his bitch. He'll cry, but he likes to do things, but he doesn't want it to be done to him. Fuck that puto. That was a channel message. Too calm to mind, yes. But right, some of you guys, that's real talk. And you, my ladies, you know you haven't said nothing because you're afraid. You're afraid of what? You know what your man is gonna do. And that puto comes in like he's King Dingley, no vale verga. Mm-hmm. And some of you guys, you need to speak out. Why? I just got a channel message because for some of you guys, this person could be even pervert. It could hurt your child. Knocking both of you guys out, and the little girl or boy, we got to stand up to bullshit like that. I don't like people that have abused, innocent people, whether adults or young, especially young. Fuck, it would be a terrible thing for me to find out for that person. That person would probably fucking, he could hide, he could run everywhere, but he wouldn't be able to hide. Hell to the no. Yeah. How you how you doing? Just got it. I'm doing amazing, amazing. Thank you for asking. Single and celibate for 5 years. Oh my God, you don't know how lucky that new man that God sends you. Oh my, he's gonna be like a virgin. He's the way you're gonna look in his eyes. Oh, that little, that feminine energy. Just our men. If you're a man, you know. For my ladies, you scratch his fucking ass like, hi, espérate, go slower, espérate. And you're gonna realize what you were robbed from even earlier, that you might have lost your virginity earlier. You didn't really want it, and it wasn't the right. Maybe you just wanted the experience, but this time, God is gonna give you the experience, but you gotta choose wisely. And even if that person fails you, you cannot sit there and go backtrack. I look what happened. No, you have to honor. Yo, you know what? Even if that motherfucker didn't come back, God, thank you. It felt good. I embrace it. I pull my energy back. Yo, yes, you're amazing. And don't tell people either. If you tell people, like, and guys hear it, oh, they're gonna want to smash because you're celibate. Estás rica. So you got to make sure, a detection, single and celibate for 5 years. Yes, I'm telling you. And you when you get into that position, like they chase you like a motherfucker, and you use that energy, like it's called tease. That motherfucker has blue balls, and you have him jacking off in the bathroom at work. That's why I love women. I love women. Cuando están in their sexual energy, but they're not giving it up. They like to flirt. They like to have a good time and dance. As a man, even my son, I tell him, I said, a woman, they want to have fun. They want to enjoy life. They want to feel loved and touched. And trust me, you don't have to be the best in bed. You just have to be energetic, loving, and they'll be there for you. A lot of you women, you don't get off. You love to see the man get off. He doesn't You don't always bust, but just seeing him, it excites you. If he's like me, I'm like, when I fucking bust, and it's natural, but because I'm very grateful for the woman to allow me to be able to bond. So I don't exaggerate. I really go and being just laughing and grabbing, you know. And my kid, pues he remembers, I go home, orale, because I loved. And I share this, with respect and love. But it's true, true love is true love. And a lot of guys think they're fucking king dinglings that God, but no, the women sacrifices a lot for the man, and they don't realize that sometimes you guys you don't even get off it, but fulfilling your man it's a lot. It's so much healing. So I feel that I'm just channeling. I feel that for a lot of you women, when it comes to cheating, it hurts you so much because you deal with a lot, and then here you are fucking down the street or whoever it may be, and you're like, fucker, I wanted how many times I wanted to fucking bust, and and I'm channeling at the moment, but they don't realize, open up. Some men don't know that. I don't care if they could be dope dealers or whatever, or acá in the pinche army, and they know, but maybe they don't know how to express. And no offense to any of them, but all of us came here to experience many things, many different things. King Dingley, you know. And my ladies, like, when you love somebody, and you're not, and tell me if I'm wrong, like, you don't care if you don't finish, even if the guy is able to last a little bit longer. Like, you will move a certain way, like could be acá in the street. You wouldn't think, but in the bed, if the correct person, this was why you guys get hurt sometimes. I'm feeling is because you could be nasty, and it excites you as well. And if you've ever felt that because somebody did that, went towards somebody else, it has nothing to do with you. You are freaking amazing. You're beautiful. And trust me, a lot this energy that I was typing in, this really more channeled. It's almost like the lost of you, they're feeling it. I don't care if you seeing man or woman, you seeing them with other people. It's just not your energy. It's not even love. They're just doing the act, and they're not getting off. For some of for some of you ladies, they could have went to a different person, and maybe they already went to two or three, and they struggle to even get it up. They think about you. And some of you guys, you experienced that with them, and you were loving towards the person. You made him feel powerful. You didn't shame him. But the other bitches, oh my God, if you only knew what? That's why your fucking bitch left you. Oh my God. But you wasn't. This is a channel message. I don't know who this is. You were loving. Like, you could have been down there, like you see those cartoons where they're pulling a worm, and then he fucking says, it's your fault. You're licking it this way. You're not put your finger in his asshole. A ver si no se le para. And then you'll be like, wait a minute, what kind are you? I don't know who that. But when it happens again, damn sure, man, you guys are beautiful. You're amazing. Sometimes you don't even have to trash a guy. You have your respect, because I'm just channeling that message for a lot of you guys. And it's not directed to anybody. It's just saying, like, you really like this person. You really love them. And the other person they went towards, for some of you guys, for my ladies, there's a person that fumbled you big time, man or woman, but okay. Like, I don't know if I said that is in the other live. I don't know why they're bringing it up, but it said, like, maybe both of you guys could have been a bit of a 4 triangle, a 6 triangle, whatever you find out. But for some of you guys, you left your partner and everything. You didn't settle, and the other person didn't. You don't even want them back for some of you guys, but Imagine they're still with a person and then you rock their world. If you're a man listening to this, you're like, fuck, I was like a guy. You would even put your hand back here in your kidney because your kidneys, you better protect them. That's your life force. And you're like right there, I'm gonna slowly and chinga, protecting your kidneys. I use both hands like, ay, well, eso pinche madre gave me energy. And that other person, like for my females, that other person they don't care about love or intimacy. Like they just hurry up, hurry up. And with you would take your time. That's why sometimes when a person does, I said it in the last life, when a person leaves you for somebody else, it's almost like a lesson. Like for my ladies, like, all right, bitch, go over there. And then when they come back and they do want to come back, you, you have the opportunity to say, oh, you try it over there because you're a woman, And you could be, and if that's your person, because the devil comes to destroy it, you could be like, all right, so what do we do? And when that's the moment that you step into your role of masculinity, only to tell them like, yo, this is, and give me the opportunity to see if I want you back. But if I do, these are the things. And this is the list that you should have had always to begin with, to stand on, man or woman. This is what I don't accept, and this is what I won't tolerate. Can you handle it before you put this ring on this finger? Before I give you the nalgas? For me, I'm being serious. Like before, I'm not even trying to marry you, cabrona, but I don't want no jealousy. This is what I expect. And if it's meant for us to go forward, only God knows. And I'm not a hoe going out here, but I like to get my dick. I want pleasure too. Let's be real. Mm. I'm being told to use this one. Now, there's a song for my Spanish ladies, anybody that speaks Spanish, even if you're a different culture. It's called El Venado. Dun, 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 dun. It's not on here, but I wrote it on my list. El Venado y la Tanga. Me gusta mucho. And it's about like a salsa merengue. Like I love music, all types of music. I have all types of friends. I love to enjoy different cultures, to get to know. I've been around the world a little bit. I've been blessed by God to experience, to visit different countries. And I pray that He allows me to visit more. So, guys, hit the like button, share, subscribe. This is a live look. Where are we at? 47? Okay, cool. Somebody, you guys could be 47. Yes, bless you too. Still there. Blaze time, yes. Get your little drink and get your little. I'm drinking water with limon, maybe. Mm. Mm. I don't know who's gonna resonate with this title or anything, okay? And it says El Alacrán, Scorpion, okay? A mí parece, well, it changed. Sandy, somebody could be named Sandy. And then Papi. Some of you guys love to call your dude Papi. I like to be called Papi. My kids know they don't call me Dad. Who the fuck is Dad? I'm your fucking Papi. And they laugh. They're older now. And don't let them tell him, don't let them on the corner. El deer, el venado, el venado. And I have an experience with that because when I was younger, we went to San Antonio with a cousin of mine from Cali. And we met up with, we were young. And so we went out, and that motherfucker, pues he looks like Sylvester Stallone back in the days, He had la carita. He was the pretty boy, and I'm a ugly, the thuggy kid, otro acá, the scary fucker. But shit. So we pulled to, we went back to the room, but we were younger, so we had the same room. Yo, I was tearing it up. I had the covers, and he would call me El Venado, El Venado, and they were too busy watching my ass. Like, bitch, get to work. So that song for me, I laugh. I'm like, I had to send it to my cousin. Te acuerdas, pendejo, when we were he goes, fucker. I'm like, fuck, you think I was gonna be sitting there waiting? No, they were too busy watching. What? Y luego yo in slow motion. Anyways, it says, I choose us over and over again. So, see, this is going to be, I'm going to go through all the signs. This is going to be something general. So, over here it says, my love for you is endless. So, somebody, this could be you telling your person, this could be your person telling you. Sending universal positivity always. Thank you for sending that. I remember that song. Yeah, man. You're gonna be wanting to dance, and that energy is gonna bring it's gonna bring you so much excitement that you're gonna start to let go of any negativity. I'm praying over you guys fuckers that you're gonna, every time you shake and you smile to that song, because remember the deer, people want to kill it. I want to look at it from a high perspective, but you're too happy and you're protected. So make sure you protect yourself because there are predators out there. Okay, let's see. And look, el alacrán. I don't know if you guys saw it. Oro sólido. So solid gold, baby. They're saying you got a heart that is solid gold. All right. Before we get into the every sign, this is the last message. It says, letting go is remembering the kindness choice. Okay. So for a lot of you guys that you allowed any kind of any negativity, any intrusive thoughts, any resentment, the cage is open. You're the one holding yourself back. If you felt oppressed, you're about to be set free. You're gonna set free. Like God is with you, but He ain't gonna do the work for you. He's right there. He's helping you. Guide me, and He tells you an idea. And then, like I was telling you guys earlier, when you go back, because this is on live, hit the like button, share, subscribe. And I was prepping. Luckily, I was taking a dump. I was thinking about scheduling it. You guys would have caught me right there. And it smells good, by the way. No, I don't shit flowers, but I came here and I set it up and right away. So you guys are gonna accelerate, whether in love or career or your healing. You just gotta trust it. Don't believe it. Trust it. There's a difference. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you are perfect to me, flaws and all. So this could be you telling your person, forgiving, so you could grow. You could be like, you know what? If you're not gonna do this to me again, orale. But you gotta use your discernment. Is this person healed? If he fails you, are you gonna break down again? And you're gonna be surprised. God will test you. And when you're healed and that person does that to you, you're gonna be laughing like, God, I trust you. And the devil's gonna be pissed because you're not angry. You're not gonna react or respond. You're just gonna close the door for good and be like, you know what? I warned you, I told you, and with love, you let go. And then you're gonna laugh and smile and you're gonna be laughing at God, not mad. Why did this happen? You're gonna be like, thank you for helping me heal and learn this lesson. And I'm so excited because now I understand that even though I don't know on this journey what you have for me, I know it's gonna be a blessing. And yo, cállate la boca, como dice one of my ancestors. You are perfect, and you're, like I said, for a lot of you guys, you have a lot of love, and God is telling you you're not perfect, but I feel like a person, you're telling this person like, yo, I love you with your flaws and all, or somebody's gonna tell you that, and you're not gonna believe it. But some of the ones that you give that second opportunity, they're gonna grow with you. And when temptation comes around, that's their test. And yo, they could fail it big time because you'll walk away without that reaction like the first time and they'll fail it. But most likely they're going to look at that and they'll say, no, that's from the devil. And he's going to look at you, cherish you, honor you. He's going to look at the kids, probably if you have kids, and be like, yo, learn from my mistake, cabrones. Instead of him being outside in the truck trying to get you to come out, you probably have your mom living there because she's a beast. Hijo de tu puta madre, get out of my yard, puto. You failed with my daughter. If the parent's not there, if your dad is not there, because your mom, she's going to protect you for some of you guys. Or it could be your dad, and that dude's in the front yard, borracho, singing to Vicente. Llorar y llorar. Ándale, Juanita, give me another chance. Red shell. And then if you're white or a different race, and your mom's like, what's wrong with Lupito over there? Juan, what's wrong with Juan? Why is he drunk singing like that? We only hear that at the Mexican restaurants. Each small step carries you forward. See? I don't know. Somebody needed to hear it. But anyways, let's go. So starting with, what are we in right now? Let's start with Aries. Fuck it. Aries. Look, respect. You could be an Aries. I'm gonna do it however they're telling me. You could be an Aries and you're like, bitch, put respect on me and the role I play in your life. You could be telling this whether you're married to this person or you were engaged to this person. We're gonna talk about love, so we're not gonna talk about parents. This is, you're telling your person, or your person is like, you know what? I'm gonna respect you, babe. Please let me go through the gates. I want you back. Or you might tell them, look, you're not coming in, fucker. I changed the locks and everything. And I put, in Mexico, they put all this glass right there and you can't jump over no more because you'll cut your hands, bitch. Yeah. And it says, no challenge is too big for us to overcome. So this person could, you or this person now, the assignment. You're not letting other chismosos get into your life. And they're telling, well, let's put it back in. So yeah, there's blessings coming to you. Tarot, I love. Hi, that's true. Hello. Welcome in, Mysterious. 444, baby. Who's been seeing 444? Or who else's number is 444? Because that's something that means a lot to me. Aries in the house, nope, I'm not taking him back. He betrayed me. Honor it. And let him know so he learns a lesson. He learns a lesson. Say, with love, I'm not having you back. Nobody is influencing me. I'm trusting in God. Y sabes que I love you and I respect you from a distance. 4-4 in the house. Indian 2 moon. Seeing a lot. Me too. All right. Let's go to Aries is Taurus, right? Yeah. My birthday, the 25th. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Everybody, happy birthday too. Or is this month? For Amanda Gonzalez, happy birthday. Even if it's already passed, okay? We wish you the best. My birthday, March 22nd. Ooh, my God, are you excited? Mine was yesterday. Okay, happy birthday to you, 777, aka Charlie. Or Charlie. Yes, Amanda, okay. Pisces and almost Aries. You're probably on the cusp. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Some of you guys are like wishing, like, God, please, que me dé una buena acogida. If you're a man, like, yo, you want a major one. I am 29th. Simply holistic. Mama, okay. You must find this house, okay. Thank you. Happy birthday to y'all. And yo, belated, yes, and future Pisces in here. Okay. Remember, if you feel like nobody, you feel lonely or everything, you got God, and with him you can dance, chill, and you're gonna be happy. It says, yes, I have heavy Aries and Mercury is there. You're very straight. You want to communicate. You could help a lot of people with Mercury and Aries. Like, you take charge and help other people how to take charge and to believe in how they look, no matter what anybody says and what you do. Why do I get the feeling you've been looking for someone all my life? Yes, I've been looking for someone like you. And then I'll be like, but I had to think twice, because you might find someone better than me. Yeah, because both of us are happy after we did our thing. In this life, we never take nothing serious and share love. Sometimes we can meet somebody, if you're single and they're single, and and it just doesn't work out. You're like, dude, you look so hot and everything and handsome, pero you don't know how to move that little thing. And he might tell you the same thing, and then you laugh about it and you move on. Good luck with your little pecker. I wish you the best. And he's like, good luck with the nalgas that didn't move that well, with love. And you both laugh. Yes, sometimes I have to put myself, because look, I'm being serious. Like when you're serious, like, yo, you're fine. I love you, but as a lover, I don't know. I'd rather have you as a friend or somebody that I used to know, bitch. Y vámonos, man or woman. And what does that do is you learn not to settle, because yo, when you get with somebody, it's forever sometimes. Like God loves forever, but he understands that sometimes it's no, you can't. He wants us to live happy. And you can't live happy with somebody that doesn't value you, that doesn't cherish you. Like you want to be old and him still can eat you from behind and toss your salad sometimes. And you know what? You're 80 years old. Andale viejo, mira, right? Yes. Beaver Cook. Number 13 is my favorite number. You could be Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart. You missed some of the stuff. Yes, these people in the chat, they're nasty. They're influence. The energy is like radiating nasty but loving. It's not my fault. Go back and check it out. Unconditional love, right? Aggressive. I could be aggressive, very aggressive. Ooh, imagine when if you're a woman and you meet your one, he's not gonna respond. The eyes, this is what I'm channeling. His eyes are gonna be like this. Meet me in the bedroom. And he's gonna grab you from your neck on the bed and ahora sí, what is my name? And then oh, you're gonna love it. Now spell it. And then he might, if he's a different what do you call it, nationality? Now say it with the accent. Hi. If yeah, Vancouver in the house, November 14th. I am late to the party. You're gonna want to rewind it. Yes, it's very yo. I'm telling you. So we were at Taurus, right? Were we at Taurus? Yeah, we were at Taurus. I think so. Yeah. No, I did Taurus already, right, guys? Were we at Taurus? Okay. Maybe not. Taurus, right here. It says, tell me what your heart needs. Isn't that energy we were just picking up on? Isn't it? Or Cappy in the house. Cappy, you haven't missed it. You're going to have to rewind it. You're going to want to see it because there's a lot of healing work in this reading. My boyfriends have all been Hispanic. You like that Latin lover. You like it the way they talk to you. They could be even shorter than you, and they're like, let me get on top and equal out. And these fuckers put your legs twisting you like a pretzel or something. But you just like it. Inside you, you like their accent is what I'm picking up. Ay, chiquita, ¿cómo estás? Oh, and then maybe for whoever, you love it because the noises you make, they're like, que gusto, que sabroso. Yes. Scorpio yet, not yet. So right here we're at Taurus, okay? Your opposite sign. This is energy that you can transmute back and forth. Okay. See, I'm telling Taurus, you're just a person that it's about love because I think the ruling planet is Venus. And see how we were dozing off and just that you could, oh my God, very sexual. It says, I was gonna say write, like ride, but it says, let's rewrite our love story together. So you have a person that either you want somebody back and you're not sure if they want you back, or both of you guys are putting up a front. I don't want them because they don't want me. So you guys, you Taurus, go into your Scorpio, not to fucking to hurt a person, but to be your water sign, loving energy, and be like, yo, because you could be in that energy of Scorpio. Scorpio wants to pass, but Taurus wants to chill. Remember the bull with the little son? The son's like, come on, dad, let's go down there and fuck him. And the dad was like, no, let's walk down there. So you want to be able to express, hey, this is what I expect. I know it's going to take some time for us to trust each other. I might not give you the cookies right away. You got to earn them. And the way you're going to do it in a seductive way, like with good intentions, if that person is for you, he will make it to this bench. And if this is you that is cold, that you're in your mean energy of Scorpio, get back into your fucking Taurus. This person wants to come to you. They learned their lesson. They're finding a way to the path, and they're hoping that you will be there. I did a post this song where the guy is walking. They're like breaking up. This is what I'm getting to you. Go to my community post, and like Brad Pitt looks back. She's walking away, and then he's like, "Fuck, I guess she doesn't want me." This is Taurus energy. The Taurus for you guys. And then so he turns around, starts walking, and she's like, "Fuck, I can't leave this guy. I want this guy." And she turns around and sees Brad Pitt leaving. And she's like, fuck, maybe he doesn't want me. So this kind of be what you guys have been dealing. And they're going back and forth until both of them disappear and they didn't communicate that they truly wanted each other. So that's what I'm picking up for you guys for the Taurus. And if you're Scorpio, you could be dealing with that. So this could also mean for you as the cross watcher. Turn the lights off. This is going to be for Gemini. Turn the lights off is what I heard. You want to get nasty, or they do. I'm healing to love myself again. So turn the lights off. You want to just focus on yourself. For some of you guys, the purple could be, something that resonates with you. And look, they're telling, before we get other cards, this is a bonus. They want you to walk like grounded, knowing that love is coming. That love is it's not supposed to hurt you, Gemini. You communicate love. And for some of you Geminis, I feel that love has hurt you and you're holding on to the resentment. You're not expressing yourself. They want you to forgive and grow. Forgive and say, you know what? It's not even that about them. Or some of you Geminis could be hurt that you fucked up the relationship when in reality, you're holding yourself back. Let it go. Forgive yourself and say, you know what? Tell God, okay, I did mess it up. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Help me heal. Help me understand the situation so I don't make the same mistake, and let a little bit of period of time go by. Okay, but we're gonna get your cards. That was just, they wanted me to address it. So if you have Gemini, you're, no matter if you lost or they lost, both of you guys are learning the lesson. Okay, so let me get you two cards, and you might be tied to a Taurus because that was a message that came out. Love, love, love. Ascend. Yes. Okay. So the first card came out for Taurus. It says, your love. Gemini. I'm telling you, you could be dealing with your neighbor close by. Literally. It says, your love is my safe place. So, Gemini, look, and you're the lover of the tarot. Look, even the trees are bending. Oh my God, look. Because Taurus did have the bench. I have it out here. And for a lot of you guys, Geminis, both of you guys need to have a conversation. You need to get on point. You could have had distractions from other people that interfered. They put their 2 cents in. And look, you could be like, where are they all at? And you're at the party. You're like, everybody was clapping for you, Gemini. Yes, leave him, leave her. And it was good for the moment, for the time. But when everything goes down, you're by yourself. They're happy with their family over there too, and then your kids and you, if you have kids, they're like, where the fuck did everybody go? They were applauding for you guys to separate. And you could have your challenge was not to seek validation nowhere else. You were supposed to make that choice. And if you did that choice, even then, there's a reason behind it. And they don't want me to tell you. You have to go, and nobody's gonna give you the confirmation, because you're meant to go to, and you're gonna have an aha moment. And I feel like both of you guys are gonna meet and be like, oh, we both fucked up. We both listened to other people. We both heard each other's, and both of you guys could amend it. Look, I choose us over and over again. And there's a major lesson for both of you guys. Okay? If you don't want your person, this is not for you. If you Want a new person? This is for you. Time turns hurt into grace. And you're being, for my singles that don't want your person, you're just being meant. Look, even though you're fractured, just trust in God. You're going to flourish. Again, Gemini. All right, let me put these other ones. Cancer, there could be somebody that wants to exclude you because I had those two cards from Taurus. It could be a Taurus or have Taurus placements, but look, they're slipping and sliding. It's almost like they want to tell you, but they don't want to tell you, and they're fucking bullshitting. You know, they're having a hard time. Oh, what are they going to think? You know what? It doesn't matter what nobody thinks. What matters is you right your wrongs. And there was a thing that I'm hearing. It's almost like God won't forgive a person. They could confess, but if they hurt somebody, they're supposed to make it right. If they stole from you, they're supposed to make it right. They're supposed to pay you even better if they pay you with interest. God is watching everything. And Cancer has to do with home, right? Fourth house. So I'm hearing, that's one of God, the universe. There's nothing more important besides putting God first, but creating a home environment. Is what I'm picking up, guys. Like creating a home. So anything that you did wrong or you hurt somebody, like, yo, you're supposed to mend it right. You might still go through the karma, but it gives you extra points. Like nobody wants a person that can't admit that they're wrong or they won't even right the wrong. Like if you guys find out, man or woman, that they never right the wrong, you're gonna think twice. Do I even stay in a relationship? Are they gonna be like that with me? That's a fucking red flag. Nobody wants a man that threw out the woman out to the street or did her wrong and hurt her in a certain way with domestic violence. The next woman's like, bitch, if you fucked her up, you're gonna fuck me up. For the male, is gonna be like, fuck that. If he fucked him up like that and provided everything, fucking got her out of, you know, where she had nothing, fuck that. And then took him to the cleaners. No man's gonna want that. Even my priest told me, like, fuck, cabrón, you're blessed. And I'm like, why? It would be crazy for a man to want a woman like that. Even a woman or to want a man that does her wrong. That's like pinchy curse. It has to be a fucking pendejo. And I'm like laughing. For reals? He goes, and yes, mijo, there are a lot of pendejos and pendejas. They oversee that and then they get hurt and then they wonder. I didn't think they were gonna cheat. Mija, you took them they were cheating with you. What makes you think he's not? Or even the man, like, they were cheating with you. What makes you think? I mean, you gotta, and guys, for some of you guys, it could have been the first time both of you guys cheated. This could be a difference. That's why it's important. It doesn't matter what these cards says. This could be something that you hear or card, or even if they throw them out there and it's like, all right, you're giving me an idea of what it may be. But let me ask God. God, I went to this fucking pelon over here and he said this and that. And what is your take? Well, first of all, thank you that you said he went and he guided you to me so I could have the final say so. See, there's a difference. There's a person that'll lead you. Yo, look, this is my advice, but I'd rather you go to God. That way you and him and really you, what do you want? Those are the people you cherish them. Be a lot of motherfuckers out here that are gonna want to ride on the coattail, but they're all about the money they could take from you. So they'll say, "I know God," and they don't know God. Watch how they speak. They don't. They'll trip over their words. I'm being real, yo. Like, so that could be something, Cancer, that you learn or your person learns, and just I'm hearing that. The lake could be something. Some of you guys could have sex in the lake, or some of you guys be careful. There's alligators and they're fuckers. The mountains could be something. You see how these two mountains is like both of you guys are coming down and you guys are gonna meet each other. Finally, both of you guys, it's not like I'm better than the other. No, you're coming down into agreement. You're seeing the sunrise. See, God is gonna help you guys. And there's a lot of hearts flowing that says, I choose us over and over. And for some of you guys, it could be that you guys needed time. You needed assurance. You wasn't perfect, Cancer, nor you or your person, but you forgiving, you grow. And for a lot of you guys, this could be a person that you didn't like, it didn't materialize. Like you went, you guys could have separated and you were supposed to come together. This person didn't needed to fix their situation that they had, whether marriage or another relationship, and then you had to fix your stuff. And in between, there's a lot of tests because you could be thinking they're cheating, they're not communicating, and no, God is spiritually whooping both of your asses and learning and healing. So then both of you guys, okay, I learned to communicate. I choose you too. Nobody's looking. You want to fucking hear? All the fucking bears, animals are like, fuck, pinchy Sasquatch, man or woman. And this could be, both of you guys could be unique. Sasquatch, the man and the woman meeting right here. Do you remember when we made love right there? Yes, te cagaste. You were on your period. I don't know. That could be for some of you guys. No, he's not Cancer. Come to the side of the world and let me know. Shoot, I'm ready. Just give me a couple of months so I could get my papers. Porque está cabrón. That's why sometimes I put my wig. Pinche ice está cabrón out here. It's cabrón. Hope shapes your future more than pain. Never could, okay? So some of you guys take this picture. We're going to close out. We're going towards Leo. And they said to leave these two. This was Cancer, I guess, something with neighbors. I don't know. But it says, this is for Leo. Love. My love for you is endless. Leo, for some of you guys, for having so much pride, or you could have Leo anywhere in your chart, or you could be the cross watcher I'm hearing. Yo, you have so much love that even being a beast, you wouldn't tear up their ass. You know that people make mistakes. You've made them before. So your person or you, however it may be, knows, knows how to love. Look at this with the lake. They told me to go back to this. Look, the boat is empty. They could have left you alone and could have left you this, whatever person, whoever hurt you is learning a lesson. The boat is not moving towards the shore. And you or that person, they can't come towards you. And they could have jumped the boat thinking that they had full control, that it was the way it had to be with, you, what is that saying? It's my way or the highway. And they could have drowned it, or they're attempting to get to shore, but the boat is not coming and it's not going to move. I heard until God says so. Mhm. And this is, my love is endless. See the two birds right there? This person could have went off and tried to do something with somebody else. And that person jumped ship, and your person could have went after because they didn't want to look stupid. Yes. And with this catch, what is it? A dream catcher? It says love deserves another chance. So Leo, this could be you or your person. They're scared. They're scared. Look, they're scared to make ripples and waves, and they've been there day and night. They can't move. And it's like, God, nope, not until you learn your lesson. And the dream catcher is something about your dreams. Like, everybody deserves, yes, another chance. And that could be, like I said, you have to use your intuition. You got to go, because I don't condone any kind of relationship that is going to be abusive. As gangster as you might think I am, because I don't consider myself that. But in a spiritual way, fuck, I'll fuck you up. I'm just kidding. A lot of you guys, you just, because I don't have enemies, you know. Even the popo, I know, I respect what they have to do, and they respect what I have to handle too, and it is, it's un juego. And Love deserves another chance. And you could be a person like, yo, I'm not giving up on love. I'm the last person that is gonna give up on love because I love to have intimacy with a person. I'm not just gonna go swing my little, with anybody. I gotta know you. And there's people out here, they have a problem. They're like I said, they don't care. They'll stick it to anybody, anyone. And that's scary. I don't want no diseases. I don't want none of that. That's scary. Nowadays, even back in the days. So it doesn't matter how much I'm perceived in the way I'm talking, because this is channeled. This is, it's gonna give other people a different uh, ex- expectation, or what do you say? They're gonna think of me a certain way. Oh, he thinks he's a hoe, or I'm no. It's just that if you're on this vibration, you love to love, and you become very. People say nasty, but it's just the way you do things that the other person matches your energy, because they could feel the same thing. They could be like, other person wouldn't allow me to do things that I crave. All of us crave certain ways of touch, feel, experiment, and sometimes that partner, you'll know that partner's not down with that shit. So you suppress that. Imagine when you meet the right person, you don't have to be a hoe. You don't have to be out in the streets. I don't know about you guys, but I ain't trying to go down al pozo de agua and they've been with another guy. I have to be real stupid. Like, no. So I'm very picky. And for my ladies, you don't want to go down playing with the flute. Even if it looks like this big and you're like, oh my God, and your eyes turn like inward, like, holy shit. If you know that that's been around the block with, no, you're not. You could get granos everywhere in your eye and here, fuck that. You're like, fuck, take your machete somewhere else. He went towards someone else. Let me stay over. Was, yeah, truth. Yeah, image. Imagine your life is cut short. You take care of yourself and para que venga alguien y la infecte. True. Like, I feel that's sometimes their karma. Like, you had it all with this person. And I'm not saying, there's an opportunity that we all cheat and we have to learn that lesson. If you don't learn that lesson, you'll know by, like I said, I didn't know this fruits. You'll know them by their fruits that they bear. Like, yo, they're still cheating. They haven't learned the lesson. And I have to express this a lot, like even what happened in my life, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. And I didn't want to be here, to be honest with you. Like I told you guys before, he had blessed me with everything, and I was good. I wanted to take my dad's role, I was ready. But when he says, yo, there's a purpose that I have, what do you do? He'll whoop my ass if I don't come through on his will. But he also knows me. That's why I say I love my spiritual journey. I love how he created me. The craziness, the funniness, even my flaws. Yo, if I fucking grab and I hit a bump, if I smoke over here, but I'm not destroying nobody's life. I'm actually bringing happiness to them, because there's some people they can't hold their liquor. They can't be on a certain thing, and they're fucking up. You can't even have fun at a party. You know, you're like that guy they're dragging up. Si saben que me pongo de esta manera, ¿para qué me invitan? You're not that person. You could be a person that, yo, and they want to judge you. Oh, there they go with the substance, or there they go smoking that chingadera. And you're the one right there bringing the happiness. They forgot about that. And if at one point you reacted a certain way, if you only told your side of the story, which they don't want it to come out, they would be ashamed. And that's why in the beginning I titled it, They Feel Karma Coming, because it doesn't match up. You're in a different vibe, the same vibration. People knew you, you're still. And some of you guys are looking so different. You're hidden, and that's how they feel that they could justify, oh, that's why they're not out or they're not here. And people are like thinking, well, that makes sense in the beginning, because they saw craziness, but they don't know why you were reacting. Like in my case, I just lost my dad. Like, you gotta be fucking disgusting to try to hurt somebody when you're grieving. And yo, with it being my family, like putos, and I say it with love, you fucking putos, like you fucking really hurt me and came against me. Yo, I love you guys. So you know what? I backed up and I gave it to God. And they don't want to talk about it, but they notice one thing. I pull my energy back, and you know what? If they have a problem, I was the problem solver. And for a lot of them out here, not to be boasting, they wouldn't fuck with them. Oh yeah, that's such and such cousin. That's such and such family or something. No, 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 leave them. You know what? Now they don't have that protection. I'm like, fuck that. I'm let them live, let them learn. Orale. Because some of you guys have family members, brother, sister, especially a brother, they're riding off your coattail and your reputation, and they talk and they don't get a backlash. But if you're like me, I told everybody, I'm vouching only for myself. Chinguen a su madre. I love them, but I ain't focused. And yeah, I tell them, hey, go to God like I did and pray. Vámonos. I don't know, Leo, why that came out, but a lot of you guys, yeah. And there could be right here, you're like, we left them in the boat. Where did they go? And people are going to see for themselves. Have to head back to work. God bless you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Natola. May you're gonna have so much blessing, and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna attract more energy in there. They're going, what happened? Did you get some? Oh, I was watching Infinite Tarot 888. Who? Yes, I busted like 2 nuts and energy wise, filled my cup. Who's that? And you might want to keep it secret. I ain't sharing with you. No, share it. Oh man, people are horrible sometimes. I'm telling you. Say hi. Hello. This is Sarah Senera 6. I'm not a good say hi with the T. Okay. Or is that an I? Okay. So this is gonna be for Virgo. Look, I'm healing. I'm healing to love myself again. Who had that? Was it Gemini? The purple could be significant, even your crown chakra. Oh man, people are so horrible. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're still there. Okay. Gorgeous, man. Thank you, my lady. Thank you. All right. So, Virgo, pain fades, but love teaches. So, look, you're teaching a lesson to this person, big time. Look, no challenge is too big. Because thank you for the $4.99, Rosa Mary. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. I like the little. It could be a corky, or is that a fox? Pisces. Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosenda. And may God continue to bless you even more. Look at this. Look at that energy, that little. Look at the song. Mari se fue. So if you get a chance, Rosa, listen to that song. Look. You're pissed. You're like, fuck that. Look, you said, get your ass out of here. Vámonos a la chingada. And you could be healing you, but no, you took your power back, and somebody doesn't like it. And he could dance all around you, but you have your power back. Look, I am worth of the love I seek. Maria, por favor. They're miss you. Just keep pushing forward, okay? Look, they thought they were gonna break you, but you still, God has you put together. All right, where were we at? Virgo? What sign are you, anyways? Tell us, because you brought in some good energy. It's powerful energy for my ladies. This person is powerful. Look, you were able to escape and you found your happiness. A Leo. We were just talking about Leo. Oh my God. Capricorn in the house. We're almost there. You could be dealing Leo and Capricorn. Could be Virgo. This is for you. Look. So you could be healing, and it says right here. Check it out. Thank you for the 5. Pisces place 6889, baby. We'll get to you right now. I'm learning how to do this, So as I go, you guys are teaching me. So look, For my Virgo, no time or distance can break our connection. This could be with God, source, or with a person that you had to separate, or one that could have been locked up. They're about to be free. And this could be mentally, physically. They just were going through a lot. Some of you guys, you could have been, it's going to be for a few. They could have been trying to separate from a divorce, and they could have, trapped him to where he went to jail. For some of you guys, he could have been at work or somebody betrayed him if they were in the game, but they're about to be free. Either way, you guys are coming together no matter how distant. You could have been the person holding it down if they, fell into incarceration, or if they just fell sick. You took the role, vámonos, and they're coming back, man or woman. Look, this fell out. So our bond feels like it's on the breaking, or on the edge of breaking. So some of you guys are taking that role and you're putting pressure on him. For my ladies, you're like, look, I'm not gonna tolerate this and that. Are we gonna grow together or are we not? Because I'm willing to walk away, and you have them on the edge. For my Virgo, sun, moon, rising anywhere in your chart. And Sweden in the house, 333, baby. Yes. If this is making sense, let me know. Alaska, 633, double six. A lot of love you give. Does your Cash App have the infinite symbol on there? Let me see. It has this one, guys. That will be my Cash App one. Thank you for your donations, guys. If you donate, may God continue to bless you big time. The more you give, and what you guys, whoever donates, you guys walk in the spirit, like I said in the beginning, and bodily. Don't believe it, trust it. God will bless those who bless you, and God will curse those who curse you, and keep walking that way. So going back to this is you really facing even your masculine energy. You're looking at your energy. It's like, wait a minute, I'm pushing forward, and I'm not allowing myself to be loved. That also could be it. If you don't have a partner and you're on the edge of breaking the spirit that wants you trapped. You could be listening to people that are a woman very masculine, and they want you to be like them, but they're miserable. And you're like, why am I not attracting love? You're okay. Now, if it's another person, you're really gonna put this person on the edge, and I feel like you're putting them in check because you want a future. You want to move forward. You don't want this playing back around. Are you gonna commit to me or not? Could be the other way around. Thank you for your donation. Something rang over here. So yes, Virgo. Thank you, thank you. It just jumped in. Thank you so much. So who's next? Libra, sun, moon, rising anywhere. Sweden in the house. I forgot who I had next to do, but let's see. Remind me if I called you out. So we got Libra. And if you donated right now, let me know if you want a question, so I could give it to you in a minute or towards the end. It says, I miss who we used to be. So some of you guys, Libra, you have your back against. Both of you guys could be thinking of the same thing. The sun or the moon is very important. Both of you guys, maybe around that time, both of you guys are thinking of each other like majorly, and it's like you're not wanting to bend, or like, oh, you're facing each other. This could have been a strong argument. At the bottom of the look, this both of you guys want to rebuild. And it means you have the ability to go this way, go around it. It's almost like God is telling you, like, yo, can you guys forgive each other so you guys both could grow? And look, you have wide open. If you want to, for some of you guys with the arches right here, for a lot of you guys, this is going to lead to marriage. Maybe you were on the verge to getting married. You were supposed to get married. Thank you so much. Yes, may God bless you. I love those hearts, the purple ones, the red ones. Yes, so a lot of you guys, yes, look, you're breaking even old beliefs, both of you guys. Look. That meshes does the universe. Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What message do you want it in love from these cards? Because look, this card fell out. So maybe this is for you. My love is consistent through highs and lows. Yo, this is deep for you, Pisces. No matter what you believe, your highs and lows, whatever you believe, God loves you. You might have doubted it at times through all the seasons. And what's going to happen is when you step into that energy, like, okay, God, I trust you. And you don't feel emotions of sadness, but excitement, even in your worst time, yo, you're going to change big time. Your love is my safe place. And yo, you're going to realize that, yo, God has your back. And I feel for you, Pisces, like you're going to see life. Yo, they stopped me there. People are going to see the ones that hurt you, the ones that didn't believe in you. They're about to see you shine. They're going to know that it wasn't you, that it was the favor of God because you had the opportunity to do what you do. And you chose to move forward. Maybe supernaturally for a lot of you guys, even your ancestors, like you trusted your ancestors, you overcame some kind of difficulty. And people thought season after season, if they left you alone, they thought they were going to break you. And there's a shift. Look, I trust you and it broke me. And you could have lost this from a person, like somebody you trusted and you feel like, damn, I put all my trust in for this message is for you is the whole time is like, yo, they might have broke your heart, parent, lover, whatever, career that you put a lot of work in. They didn't value it. They could have discarded you if it was work for some of you guys. But like, God is going to show you season after season. I'm hearing win after win. If you hurt somebody and you right your wrong, oh my God, if you right your wrong and you hurt somebody and it's season after season that has passed and you haven't right your wrong, the minute that you right your wrong, this is your testimony. Like, yo, everything shifts for them and for you, but mainly for you. And you will be living proof that he exists, that he forgives, whatever. If for some of you guys, or if this is you, Pisces, the one that needed it, whatever they tried to put on you that, you know, that you didn't even defend yourself, they made you look like the worst. And even if you did, I've always told people, you're going to do the best that, or in a situation like, I'm going to use me as an example. My ex, the way she hurt me, she did the best that she knew would be for her. Like whatever she had that, and for my kids, you know, she was protecting that, and it could se le pasó la mano. And on my part, I feel like she didn't have to go to that extent. But other people could judge you and say, man, you didn't have to, but they don't know who you are. Only God. And that's why God says, I protect you. I see you, right or wrong. I know you. I made you. I created you. So some of you guys, you got to let go of validation from the outside and say, look, I made the best decision that I made for myself. And if you have kids, for them. Whether you like it or not is none of my business. And I think you take your power back and you're going to change. Because if you hold on to this, you know, this is what's been holding you back. Oh, what they did to me. If the karma comes, yo, some of you guys, you're going to pray like, I hope they never go through what they put me through. And yo, that's like extra credit, bonus, blessings. And some of you guys, you won't even say, God did it for me. Some of you guys will. I will say it. If God did it for me, he could do it for you. So that's what I got for you. So let's go for the next. Did we do Libra, guys? We're at Scorpio, no? Scorpio fell out. Look, time apart can bring us closer. And look, your love brings warmth. I need. Oh, I never knew I needed my bed. I was reading quick because I see all these hearts. So look, you could have been, I am lost and uncertainty. This could be your person. This could be you thinking like, yo, did my person really love you? And you could be like this, or somebody's getting an aha moment. It's almost like you see like a face right here. And if this is you, like, why does everything happen to me? God is like, yo, chill out. I got you. And he's mad. Whoever hurt you, this could be the person like, yo, you hurt Scorpio. And God is putting a spotlight on them because I'm hearing they also are hurt, but they're kind of prideful. Scorpio and Taurus energy, like finances could be fucked up, good and bad. It's almost like I'm hearing like 2 steps forward and 10 back. I don't know if you're dancing to merengue, like I'm listening to that. But when you feel that way, put that jam on, like some kind of merengue, some songs. Go 2 forward. If you like country, go 2 forward and go back. This is what I'm channeling. This is what God is like, yo, get out of this darkness. I got you, you know? And that other person, when they see you in the light, it's what I'm picking up. You don't have to be with nobody else. But that other person could, you like you're marrying each other. And you're gonna feel that energy. And it's almost like you send that energy to your person. Look, and they're gonna be like, fuck, and you're covered. For some of you guys, this tree, I saw like a tree, and there's 2 birds, but I saw like a tree, like the tree of life, like very protected. There's something to do with like in the past lives, the time apart, both of you guys could have been arrogant, like I I'm not gonna apologize or I'm not gonna forgive. But both of you guys, there's a light that is gonna be shed to both of you guys. You guys could be apart, and it's like fuck, and you both are gonna know, or somebody new is coming. But for a lot of you guys that are separated, it's gonna bring you guys closer. Look, and something about like I see 2 people like this, whether it's IHOP or naked in a house or wherever you guys live, somebody's apartment. And I say naked because they said naked because both of you guys are gonna be able to sit together. Whether they said try it, take your clothes off. This is if you're separated from somebody in marriage or a long-term relationship, or you guys were on the verge of like fiance or fiance. But the nakedness will bring you, like, whether it's whether it's theoretically speaking, yo, I don't even know that language. Whatever that meant, and or physically. And the meaning behind it is both of you guys are gonna come together because when you're naked, you become vulnerable. And it's love. This is a person that loves both of you guys, like each other or love each other, like on the physical and on the soul. That's deep. You guys are gonna laugh. You're gonna realize that even though you might say it wasn't necessary, but it was. It brought you guys closer together, and it brings a lot of heart. This coffee, this love is gonna be warm. Like when you drink coffee, you know how warm both you guys. This is a person that makes you feel this way. Weird. Well, sorry, I wasn't reading somewhere. I was channeling. It says, why can't you see my heart? See, look, I don't know this word. Guys, they might have see some of you guys, all these seasons, like you went through a bunch of seasons. It's like, yo, why can't you see the love that I have for you? That's deep. It was. I'm telling you, that's God for you. Thank you so much. God bless you. No voodoo can stop none of us. And I'm gonna give you my secret. Like when I feel that, because there's times that I feel it, and either I put that song from John Travolta where he's going like, staying alive, and I'm goofy as fuck, but I don't give a fuck. If God tells me to dance, fuck, he's the one paying me, orale. And God loves us. He loves us to be happy. Like this is what I'm picking up. He wants an example for you guys. He wants, like, if you want God in your life or anybody, just, but he said, God, just put it that way. He says, do you think he's going to go and God is going to go and hang out with you? A person, let's say a person that is all grumpy, complaining, all kind of everything goes wrong with me. Or he's going to go hang out with somebody that's excited, happiness. God, I don't care where I'm at. My fucking chancla is broke, or one of my, the shoes when they come apart, I don't know. I'm channeling guys where the soul falls out and they're still happy. Like, fuck, I'm barefooted, I'm grounded, and like, I'm in the ocean. God, thank you. Who do you think he's gonna want to hang out with? And that could be also for you. Like, like, if you're happy as fuck, you're gonna attract other people that are like, what the fuck? That bitch is fine, but why is she dancing like that? Let me go check. Man or woman. It's your aura. Why are you having so much fun? You know? Can I get naked? If it's a guy and you're a girl, can I get naked with you? I want to dance too. Yeah, bitch, but stay at a distance. You don't want, but you attract good times. Where are we at? Libra? And that balances the scale. No, we're at Scorpio. You could be dealing with the Libra. We're at Scorpio. So Scorpio, I love that song. Yes. Have you? I've seen it a long time ago. Remember, I think was it the guy or the girl that wanted to jump off the bridge? And it's all love. Like, it's not worth. Like, God, we came here. We were created to come here, experience things, but to never lose the focus of God. But most importantly, like the love, like all this evilness that goes around it, we don't supposed to take it personal. Yeah, we're gonna feel the emotions. It's part of I heard it's part of the deal. And I'm gonna add this, bitch. It's part of the deal, bitch. For man or woman, it's part of it. We're supposed to look. This is the whole goal of our journey: forgive and grow. Yes, if you're a man listening, if that bitch told you you got a little ass dick, forgive that bitch. She wasn't worth it, and God is allowing it to grow bigger for the next one. Why? Because you become confident and you trust in God and you trust in yourself. And you be like, bitch, I'm gonna show you. Next thing you know, you'll be a porn star, and she's like, oh my God, his dick got this big. And they don't know Pinchy lens is powerful. I don't know who needed to hear it. I don't even know why I said it, but for man or woman, there's people that shamed you, but they weren't the right people for you. And the shame that they created, that illusion towards you, was really a reflection of them. So that's why God says, forgive them and grow. Fuck it. Déjalos ir, déjala ir. Even some of us, your parents. Your parents could have been shaming you. Your mom sees you and you have attraction, and she looks at your daddy, borracho, and not really getting, and then looks at you and you're like, how do you attract all these fuckers, fucking successful and everything, because you carry this energy. And for some of you guys, you have a parental figure that is mad because why are you lucky? Why are you getting, and she's not looking at the blessing that she has as a spouse or your father or mother, however it may be. And they don't realize that they're the reason that, they live a certain way. Instead of uplifting, they're fucking tearing it down. And then you're the curse breaker. You're like, I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. And just because you're at an age, you're at an age where you, like, she or he got to bust his ass. No, my dad had me working like this. I didn't have what you have, what I provided, and that kind of crap. So if it's a mom, they're pissed because they had to marry somebody they really didn't love, but that was their choice. They never spoke up. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they came here to learn that so they could teach you. Look, I had to learn it and teach you with love. I had to be like this, but I'm not gonna allow you marry somebody not for their money or their pecker. Marry them because you love them, man or woman. But they do the opposite. There's an entity. You're not fighting them. It's an entity, and they're jealous. They're envious. just because they didn't have that opportunity, that choice. They don't want you to have it, and they're failing their lesson. They're supposed to, break a generational curse. Like, yo, just because I didn't, I want you to have that opportunity. Okay, so Scorpio, that was deep. Let's go for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, anywhere in your connected. It says, if you have me over here, I'm glad. Doesn't that make you feel good? Like, yo, one day I want to come on live and it'll have to be like at midnight. And I want to share some experiences that I pick up from you guys and some of mine when it comes for the ones that have experienced the kukui, the demons, that area, like our experiences. I'm throwing that out that these other bitches are over here. Oh, I'm gonna do it first. Fuck them. They can't say it like I or you, us. They can't say it like us. But we have to be the fucking trailblazers. Sagittarius, I don't know if this is your energy. This could be mine. I claim this shit. But you guys that are right now, you guys are trailblazers. And then other people want to latch on to what you do, but they can't do it like you. It sounds okay, and you might look at work at wherever you're working at or a sibling. Hi, I'm the, but they're riding off your coattail or they're trying to imitate it, but it's not the same. Let me tell you this and that, y que acá, y que this. But when people are like, they'll look and you don't even have to say nothing. I personally, I'm like, if they're talking about God, whether they believe it or not, and they're sending people, I did my fucking job. I'm good. I'm not a hater. Some of you guys, you're in that energy, like, yo, but at first, or it'll drive you crazy, like, yo, you could do it yourself a certain way. I don't know who's dealing with that, but Sagittarius, yes, like I know some Sagittarius, they fucking balling. They love fucking selling dope and they got it going on. It's in their spirit. But there's some other Sagittarius, no vale madre. Why? Because they're too busy looking at the one that's on his purpose. And God, like people don't understand. Well, why do you talk about that? Because some of us, we came here for a purpose. Like, even the devil has his purpose. God is in control of everything. So instead of the person, Sagittarius, that are looking at you and trying to, why do they always get away with it? Or I don't know, I'm picking that up. And you're like, you probably don't even care. Like, yo, I'm doing my thing. Man or woman, you're like, fuck. Keep your eyes on your paper, your channel or page or something. I don't know. I'm picking that up like at work or at school. And they're like, fuck. How do you get in? Then if they try to do a destiny swap and you think it's happening, but God is doing this. Oh, they want to be like you. They want to take your life. They want to take the destiny I created for you. Okay, let's go ahead and let them. And at first, everything's going good. And then what happens? I don't know whose this is for. Business wise, friendship wise, or, in school, at work, they're saying, and then all of a sudden, se les atora un pinche pedo. That means they have a fart they can't get out. In Spanish, it sounds better. But there comes a problem and they don't know how to resolve it. But if you were still working there, guess what? If you were in that relationship, if you were out here, in the dope game, it's like, it like the back of your hand or whatever. You're like, oh, that happens. Use the other tunnel over there and orale putos, and you're on the radio. Orale, go down this, avenue, and you might say it in pinche coordinates, 4536. I'm not, and that te pancha que está por allá, sí, la mirada, Plus, some of you guys are dealing with somebody that's powerful. They know even the pinche head honchos. I don't know whose channel that is, but anyways, yes, look, they try to keep you here, but you're flying high, man or woman, and whatever they're trying to hold you back, whether it's in work and everything. And if they try to do a destiny swap, you're like, shit, I forgive you, bitch. And I'm growing. Oh, you wanted this position and you give it to them and you go in a different direction and they can't handle it, but they wanted it. So God will teach them a lesson. You just got to be like this. And then you'll be happy. Sometimes, he'll rewrite it. Oh, now I want you over here. And then you start learning. Look, face what's hitting. Truth will set you free. Sagittarius, I just believe right here. For some of you guys, you could have people that were doing magic. Either you are the Sagittarius or other people, and they want to do voodoo, que no se le pare el pito, que no pueda, que nadie se le traiga a esas nalgas. They're mine. That kind of BS. Fucking everything breaking down and it's boomeranging back. They're like, fuck, I thought his pito wouldn't get up and he's smashing again over there. Oh my God. And if you're a woman, like, man, fuck, that shit ain't working. They're going to the brujo and no está trabajando. She already met another fucker and he looks better than me. And grabbing the brujo like this, the brujo's fucked up. He probably even switched, his eyes were fucked up. He was on something that it wasn't that. It was God that tricked the thing and then another fucker. And he turns gay or if something happens out of the blue and he's with the brujo. And the lesson is, you're not in control of Sagittarius. Or if you're the Sagittarius, you're not in control of them. What you wanted for them, you're about to receive tenfold. So some of you guys are very protective. And look, some of you guys, if they only came to you and said, you know what, I did this to you, their life would change. Like you try to hurt me. They're afraid because you're the kind of person, the Sagittarius, like you're the fucking horse, the beast, whether man or woman. And then if your pito's hanging out, like the horse, you're a horse, you have big old pinche bolas and you're standing and you did what? And they look me in the eye, puto, puta, and they're like, you did what? Everything to destroy me. You could be a man or woman, the horse right there. And if you're the woman, you're turning, you're walking around and you're showing your body, how big your ass is, and you're like, you're gonna miss all of this. Wait a minute, Sagittarius, I didn't mean it. I did it out of love. No, I want you to look. Look at my fucking, back of the horse, I see the curve. Your hoofs are like this. You even put your bow down. You're like, you're not gonna have your bow in your hand because if you have the bow, man or woman, you're ready for love. No, fuck that. Tell me more. That I already know. You're like this. You're using your intuition. And why do I say that? Because your opposite is what, Gemini. So you want to be talked to. Keep going. A ver qué más. And your hoofs like that. Your tail's going like that. Sexy as fuck. You're like, and they're terrified. They know they're gonna receive karma. Guess what else you did? And all of a sudden you're ready. You grab your bow and they're thinking that you're coming towards them with love to shoot your arrow. And you're like, all right, I forgive you. I forgive you and I let go. Vámonos a la chingada, man or woman. And you fucking take off with your bow and they're like, no. You're moving forward. You forgot. You let go. Look, you faced your fear. And if this is you, you could be confronting somebody. I did all those things, but I don't want you back. But I release you with love. They're afraid because you've been going to something else. That was wild. That was channeled. Yo, that was channeled. Pisces, right, bro? Okay. Army of God. Man, they don't even know. If you would have went after them, you would have changed out the arrows. Instead of love, you would have been like, let me give them the que se le pudra el culo o el peito, vámonos. That kind. But you did it. You gave it to God. All right, so let's go to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. I've never done a reading like this. This is crazy. And yes, me puse bien gribo, man. Pinche línea la cira. And I spelled love on it. This is channeled, okay? This is not me. Somebody, yes, you could have fucking, acá. And you're like this, and your arms are like that. And making, you're like, fuck, what's next? Look, it says, love shouldn't feel this heavy. Doesn't that energy I just threw out that I channeled, you could be like that, Capricorn? Like, slow down, have a different intention. I know you're putting love with the powder, but relax. Do just one letter and then the other. Been waiting. All right. Yes, Capricorn. So somebody from your past is like, love isn't that easy. And it's not even the substance what I just channeled was something that it didn't. They don't need to rush things. You want things to be chilling. You want things to happen slowly. See this boat, and they were trying to rush it because that substance is like what I've channeled is like they want to rush love. Like, hey, I want it, and Capricorn, you're like, chill out. You're the devil. So you don't have like you don't have the fear. You're like, bitch, I know the devil. I could be one. I could be a cancer, the calm, loving. Try me, bitch, and I could get in that energy. And maybe you used to react that way, but we're talking about somebody else. Like, damn, love doesn't have to be heaven. You could be like, yo, I'm the devil. I'm the bitch, the Prada, but you want to know the good side of the devil or the bad side, whether man or woman. And they're sitting there like, fuck, I didn't know love. And they were trying to excel or, that whatever channel about the powder is almost like, yo, I got it for you. You don't have to rush through it. Especially if you're a woman, you're like, yo, I work hard for the money. And I expect for you to take your time. I don't want you to bust right away. Yo, look at all this sexiness. And then you want to rush like, yo, no, no. Hey, for some of you guys, you tie their ass up and say, no, let me put a cock ring on your ass and on your balls. You're not coming right now. You're going to take your time. I didn't work all these hours acá and then for you to be, del rancho, just ta, 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 y vámonos. No, no, no. You're going to take your time. And you're like, and this person, love, wouldn't feel this heavy. Yeah, they put it on themselves. Like, you don't you don't need nobody to impress you. The muscles going like this. You're like, fuck, that's all fake. That's all probably injections. No, I want a real one, a Mexican callus or something. The sexual callus could be the bump, and you're like, nah, nah, I'm gonna start checking. You want real love, you know? My love for you is endless. You don't, and somebody could have made it hard on themselves to love you. Been waiting, yeah. My sexual energy is healing, yeah, man. I'm telling you, some people they don't honor that. You could be a person that loves to kiss, to bite right here, and your man doesn't understand that. You probably have to hold his hands on the bed like this, like when you're on top, and you're like, "Espérate, cabrón," and you're like, "Look," and you have to go slow, and he's like this with his toenails, eagle toes and everything. Fucking take his even the probably got banned from the pedicure place. The chinitas are fucking getting the grinder and fucking mask. Muy stinky, muy stinky. Put it in, in Capricorn, you changed his life for the new person. I don't know who the Capricorn. Look, love can mend the deepest wounds, but you have to choose to forgive and grow. If this is you, you're like, fuck. And some of you guys could have pulled back from love. It's like, fuck, I don't want another person that's gonna be toxic. They infinite. I'm the fucking Capricorn, and this motherfucker took the devil that I had here and used it towards me. Fuck that. You like call my energy back, and then you're right there, sexy. You could be a person that just to piss your person off that they lost all of this. When they're coming over, you're gonna dress fine as fuck. Hasta el pinche pedorro that they're not gonna get. Oh, you came to pick up the kids? All right. Where are you going at? Nanya. This is what I'm hearing. What do you mean, Nanya? None of your fucking business, puto. And you just close the door. But you make sure they see. That's what I'm picking up. I gotta gotta smoke me one. Is that true? Huh? He's coming back. Hi. Tell me if that's true. Mm-hmm. No quiere prender. I ran out of gas. Somebody's gonna tell you that. You got the message today that he wants to come back? You could be excited to meet this person. You want to see if he's changed. I have. You have the Midas touch. Let's see. You don't want him back? You say that with love. He requested me. You know he was crying, right? He was crying. He's like, man, ya no me quiere, Capricorn. Fuck, they lost a real one. Bitch, tell them you lost a real one, bitch. I was there for you. I held it down. I didn't give out the nalgas. I waited for you, bitch. You probably telling them. I waited. Perdóname, ándale, perdóname, Capricorn. And you're like, you're looking at him with that seductive eyes, and you're looking, right? I blocked him, but unblocked him after I got a message from Spirit. Always, 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 sometimes you could block your own blessing by just by being mean or angry. Because sometimes, they change. God will change them. I mean, masculine, using my feminine energy. Yo, you know what you're doing. God taught me that, how to balance it out, how to use it. And then if you're a man listening to this and you know, God will guide you, and they'll be talking all kinds of shit y tú riéndote because they're expecting a masculine energy. But when you get into your feminine and you know how to work around, and then you go over here and your masculine energy do things. God will teach you that. He told her, I let him out in jail. Out of jail, closed off and hurt. Ah, mamacita, don't be like that. Just know how sexy you are. Step into your energy of I don't give a fuck, and only what God has for me. And God knows that I'm sexy as fuck, and He's gonna send me un machete pero machine. And then when you see them, you make sure 1-800-888, and then say, God, is this the right one? You call God, is this the right one? And because your energy is important. And for my fellas, if you mess with a Capricorn woman, she could be loving and everything. But when she's done. And you miss out on on the sexiness of a woman that is Capricorn, very loving. And when she gets angry, she knows how to step into that masculine energy, tell you how it is, but also show you how loving she could be in the bedroom. Like I said, for my males that are watching, like, a woman will always please us, and they're happy to please us, and we think we're the shit over here, acá en chinga, doing all kinds of things. And if and they sacrifice. Sometimes they don't bust, but they make us feel amazing. That's why I love women in, in all forms, not just acá to sexual. Like, no, they're just very loving, and we don't educate our kids, to know that. Some women grow up with the wound that they have to show love by giving, and they put themselves last. It's a wound. It's like, yo, I want to feel the love and appreciation, and some of you guys don't talk about it. You'll grab their ears and like, bitch, I want you to go down, and you keep them there, and you're so worried that you might not get it again. He could be suffocating. And if he has a big nose, you're like, fuck, I don't care, Infinite. He has insurance. It's like if you're grabbing one of those polishers for the car, my guys don't know you, and that's the real one. Haven't been around other guys. So out of you could say desperate, and they're grabbing your ears or your hair. Puto, you're not getting them. I'm almost there. And guys, if you have her with her toes like this, You're like, Infinite, but I almost lost a fucking ear. And some of them, you fucking patch of hair. Both sides. Both of you guys were yelling. Pobre cabron, his hair didn't grow over here. Some of you guys laugh about it. Tell me if it's not true. You laugh about it like, fuck, you remember? And those are the best lovers. Like, you could be with the person and really laugh about it. Yeah, you remember when I fucking threw it all in your face and you had a pink eye for a week? Like those kind of things, you know? That's why love is important. Forgive and let go. See, forgive and let go. Look, one of my oh my ex cuñada's little boy, I love them. Like I show love to these kids, even if they're not in my family. He just texts me and it feels good because it's none of their fault. To be there for them regardless. Make sure you pick the right people. Not a lot of guys or women are like that, you know. I run into him, Tachiquillo, he's still young. Theo. He still calls me Theo. I'm gonna text him in a minute. So let's see. Where are we at? So that was Capricorn. That was long. I like it. I like the energy. So let's go to Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius, right? Okay. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising anywhere in your chart. What is your, it says right here, time turns hurt into grace. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you could have started your year like if it was you expected a certain way when it comes to love, and you could have not had somebody there. For my singles, you're like, maybe you thought your person was gonna come through. And then how do you start, of course, how do you start the year and you don't have somebody and you still feeling hurt? Well, yo, you lead by example. You're like, I don't give a fuck about anything. But these nalgas are gonna not anybody's gonna get these nalgas. In your attitude, you start to glow. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, and you just feel that energy, like, yeah, bitch, I'm starting the energy. I mean, the year with my energy. And like I said, you wear your finest clothes and you're like, these nalgas, not anybody's gonna touch them. And then you start to attract. See, they thought you were broken, they rolled you out, and now you're spilling your energy out. Energy, not just giving it out. You're expressing your energy. Okay, that's what I feel. Aquarius, you're like, yeah, you know what? I don't care if I gotta buy the new and improve, paint your rabbit, and until the right one comes. Some of you guys ain't even caring about that. You just so going to the gym or something, but you could be a male. You're like, shit, ain't no gold digger playing me no more. Fuck that. You got your new suit on and everything. You're studying and you're putting your focus in work, and you're like, fuck that. You know, some of you guys. Oh my God, Aquarius, yeah. Yes, and Aquarius is amazing. Aquarius this is what I'm picking up, man or woman. You really want me to say that? Oh my God. Aquarius, for some of you guys, you or your person that is coming in next or that you might be thinking of, yes, you could be loud. It's like in and out. Like, wait a minute, espérate. I gotta go and rescue with that. He doesn't want to bust right away or something. But for a lot of you guys, yes, it's like this year or by next year, you're gonna experience the year different. You're gonna be outspoken. You're gonna be a person that you're not gonna run from anything. You're gonna face forward and be like, if it's in the bed, you're like, don't move, keep going. You better not even. You're vocal, but shy. I guess. Look, you are perfect to me with flaws, and you could be looking at a person like, man, I did it. You could have been a Aquarius. You could be somebody that you have a notebook like this, and you're like, I want this person to be this tall, handsome, he can this and that. He better have hairy ass balls or his pito. You even measure it. I want it to be 8.8 centimeters, I don't know, like that, and dressed this way and everything. And then God sends you a shorty, a Latin lover. And you could be like, fuck, go through the back. ¿Qué? Vete por atrás. And he thinks you want it from the back, and he's go through. You don't want nobody to know. You have him fucking parking down the street because your expectations is a certain way. Tall, handsome, dark, and here comes God sending you, and he has a fucking third date that hits that spot just the way you want it. You probably even carry that motherfucker. You grab him and where do you want to go? Set him on the counter. I don't know. It could be the other way around. Wow, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to do a different platform for this because I don't know if I'll get strikes. But my teacher from Dallas, the one that is the girls that taught me this, Nelly, shout out to my teacher Nelly. She's like, you would be good in the love department. I'm like, why? This kid is bien cochino and us girls like it. And I'm like, fine. So I might have to do a different platform. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like button. I shouldn't, right? Because yeah, the other day I was like, scrolling through pinche YouTube. Y luego me sale, it came up, something about sexuology, that's it's actually legal where people call you. I don't know if you need a certificate, but I was like, what the fuck is this? I was still mad and embarrassed. God, I didn't do this. Researching, and guy was laughing, and it was like, are you giving me a hint? Do I need to be a sexual teacher for healing? And he just smiled. So I was like, okay, well, I started to research, not because I wanted, he wanted, So I'm laughing, but yeah, I, on my point of view, the way God explained it is there's so much, people say love doesn't pay the bills. And yes, I understand that. But when you have two people that are in love and it's sacred love, it's he wants that. I don't want it. He wants that because it is powerful. And that's why the devil will always put into our lives a challenge. And guess what? We're only human. We fall for it. We could cheat. Sometimes it's not even physically, it could be emotionally, and it still will hurt. You be like a guy, there was a guy who could be like, I don't give a fuck, but other guy be, my cousin was like, le dijo how big I was. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, I'm like this big. And the guy she's talking to at work, he's fucking like 7 foot. What do you think, primo? And I'm like, bitch, I'm not trying to imagine in that shit. And I'm not pulling no cards on this shit. He's like, he was like, I'm only this big, pinche machete, negrote grande. He's from Jamaica. I'm like, fuck, I don't need it. What, and love is powerful, That was crazy. And I'm like, primo, don't think of that shit. Romancer. And plus emotional cheating is hard from what I learned. I didn't know that shit happened. There's so much things I'm learning. But okay, is that all for Aquarius? That could be for you, Aquarius. Maybe yes. I do. I want to reach out to people. I want you guys to know that sexiness begins with yourself. Like, I'm okay. I could say, you guys, I tell people, yo estoy feo. God made me ugly and out here. But bitches love ugly guys. I don't know. The beauty and the beast. It's the way you carry your energy. A lot of people, there's some people that are handsome, like in my case. And they get girls probably easy, but man, they drop them quick. They're like, what am I doing? Bitch, you just, maybe you're not having fun. Girls like to have fun. They want excitement. Even, when you're not having intercourse, I said, just, they want to have fun. They want to be enjoyed, experience different things. Like, yo, I get in the car and somebody new and I'm going to give you one of my tips. I'll be like, yo, you know what would be incredible? Jessica. And she's like, eh, nah, you're not going to do it. No, tell me. And I'm like, yo, it would be incredible if you just reach over and give me roadhead. I've never been there. And they're like, "Ay, grosero," and this and that, and take me back. Are you sure you want to go back? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the curiosity, yo, like both, it's just playful. It works. I mean, and I say it with sincerity and with love. I have a, you have had a Patreon. I put it out there, but I didn't know how it worked, and then I was still learning. And be honest with you guys, I've been healing as I've done this channel. God tells me to put content, I put it. When He tells me to pull back, I go. I do my healing. I research inner child healing. But I just like the story. It's not to be grosero, but I told the guy, or even a woman, you want to be exciting with the man. When you get into your feminine energy, and even though you're full of shit, and you're like, I have never done that before, that turns us guys on. We know you're full of shit, but we're gonna make sure that it's gonna be different. It's gotta be different. Unless the guy gets intimidated, but he has to work on himself. Right? Am I right or wrong? I would join it. Let me see how that works. I'm gonna work on the membership, how this works for the membership, or maybe on there we wouldn't have too many strikes or something. I don't know. Okay, buddy. God bless you. Good night. Road. Right? For my women and for me, I thought I was in Houston. I thought I was here, making sure there wasn't that card. And then I love when a woman plays with it longer, be like, man, take it easy. You don't have to rush it. All right. Sometimes, and then we have to find that spot. By then, it's like, let's go to the bank. Órale, vámonos. And those are exciting times, yo. Like when you do it with your person, let's be real on this channel. Like, if you guys have experienced what I have, I'm talking from experience. I didn't read this shit. Some of these bitches on here, they haven't been through it. No offense, fuckers, if you're watching. But there's people that haven't been through hell. They haven't been through hell. They read it, they talk about it. I respect them, and it's just a channel message that I'm giving to you. It's nothing personal, but a lot of you guys, you have experiences that you have that people may shame you about it, but in reality, when you speak it without their validation, only God's, like God is saying, express it because they could relate. And some of that people could judge us. Oh, que cochino! I can't believe that you do that. But at that moment, she was happy, and so was I. How is that dirty? We both bonded. We both needed it. I had a bust, and she needed something to eat, I guess. But it becomes joyful because it's like, I did that too, and we're not ashamed. We're here not to be ashamed. We don't allow, at least on my channel, we don't allow guilt or shame to bond us. That is part of my purpose, is to teach other people and to live with happiness. Oh, they divorced me. They humiliated me. Fuck, I'm not the first, nor will I be the last. That's how before my dad died, así me decía. So you know what? People and here's what happens. What God has told me and He showed me. The people that criticize you, that tell you, I can't believe they humiliated like that. Oh, they try to shame you. You don't even have to feel bad. You'd be like, may God bless you y que te perdone. Because what happens is God, since they'll go around um, slandering your name, trying to do all that stupid, crazy shit you see, guess what happens? Even all the people that try to shame you, that get on their bandwagon, knowing that it's hurting your reputation, your everything, guess what happens? God will allow them to experience that so that they remember, oh, fuck, I did it to the collective. I did it to Pisces. I did it to Leo. I did it to, and when they see you, you don't even have to say a word. You overcame it. Like, you ain't embarrassed. Like, I cheated. I had to suffer the consequences. And guess what? I learned from it. I don't do it no more. And they're still stuck because I shouldn't have talked about Pisces or Leo or such and such or collective, and they're so ashamed because that kind of shame, if they're meant to express it like, yo, I learned my lesson. I was slandering, this person or that person, and God came and I had to experience it. Don't do it. That's part of their mission. But some of them, they'll take it to the grave, even though everybody knows, but they still want to take it to the grave. That's fucked up. Okay, being in a room knowing that everybody knows, but you want to take it to the grave. Más putos, más putas, o sea, no, I'll be like, yeah, I learned from that experience, and people are like, fuck, and they cannot control you. All right, did we do Pisces? Yeah, we did, huh? No, we did it. We started with Aries, so Pisces. This is gonna be for Pisces. So guys, never allow that. And then if you're gonna get advice, you make sure, have you experienced this, and how many times, and how did you overcome it? If you're hearing somebody, oh, fuck man and fuck women, and that's why I'm the queen, the king, and all that, they're not healed. They want you in the same energy, the same misery. Come and chase the bag, bitch. If you're a woman and a woman's telling you you gotta do the bag, no, bitch. I want a man that's gonna provide for me, that I could be a team with him. Yeah, if you want to be independent, pues échale ganas. But if you're trying to create a family, yo, I want the correct person. I want to be the correct person for them too. Because there's a lot of independent women, they're miserable. Yeah, they got everything. Sometimes they don't have true love. You know, then here, let me tell you, the next time that I come on earth, I might come as a woman. Do you think I want to be independent? Possibly, yes, from an asshole, that is not going to treat me right. But I don't want to be fucking working. I'd rather be at the house getting ready for my man to come, when if and the next time I come as a woman, and yo, I'm gonna make sure he's happy, please, and I will expect that maybe he might cheat, but I'm gonna make sure that Satan doesn't destroy it and move forward. Like I'll know my role. Now, if I come back and I'm a woman and I decide that I want to be an independent bitch and I want to be a hoe, then orale, I'm gonna honor that. All of you guys have a choice, and nobody could judge you but God. Imagine, otherwise there wouldn't be no kind of men or women with different, adventures or different challenges. There are women, they came, I'm gonna be independent this time. There's people that came and fuck, they ended up being homeless. And that's kind of sad. I don't judge it, like where they're struggling in the street. Some of them, they're prostitutes, and they're on this mission in this world. So we all could see and experience, but not judge. Be like, damn, because to be in that position as a stripper, as a hooker, as somebody living under the bridge, you know, on the verge of jumping off a bridge, they they came to experience that. That's their world, and some of us are spectators. Some of us are meant to help them, so other people see, oh shit, and it's a chain reaction. That's what I'm picking up. So nobody can judge you. Some of us were There's people that I know, they married like 4 times, and I tell them 4 times, and they're like, yes, older men, and they're like, they son de Cuba, a friend of mine. And I'm like, and there was one 4 and the other one was 8. I said, ¿Cómo chingados le hiciste? And they're like, yo, I came here to enjoy life. And with the 4 times that I married, I was so excited in la boda, which is the wedding. Really? He goes, yeah. And I smashed like a motherfucker. But then, that contract terminated. ¿Y qué pasó? Pues me busqué otra. You think I'm going to sit there and be, oh, no. And I loved his energy. I learned from that. Like, yeah, you know what? You choose to be down, or you can choose to learn, forgive, learn, and grow from it and expect the next thing. Right? I have been giver. You have been. Did you like it? Did it bring excitement? Let me see if I can rewind it. I have been the giver of roadhead a few times, and you liked it, right? I mean, it was exciting. If you were close in my city, I would pick you up. like that. I don't care if I'll take the fastest car to beat all those putos. I would want to be, hey, I'm picking you up, vámonos. And for the one that said that, like, you have a connection with that person. You're not just gonna give it to anybody, but it excites you. It brings it's a sacred thing that, look, I'm very proud of you and thankful that you shared it with the world. Because there's a lot of people that don't have the integrity, or I would say balls, but just the strength to really admit it. Like, yeah, I've done it a few times. You came up and you pinche todo aquí, and it is what it is. It was an amazing experience for you. Some of you guys are ashamed of it, like, yo, it's not something you're gonna read to your kids. Yeah, but I was this, but in a different platform, you could be open to express it. And as a man too, you could, you know, be able to say, yo, man, this woman just brings the freak out of me. Like, both of us are like this. We end up in the back seat, like before she goes in the house. Orale, come here. Not knowing that the dad is right there, like, hijo de su puta madre. Better not doing that in front of the fucking driveway or down the street. Your dad knows. Your mom knows. You go straight to take a shower, vámonos. Or your husband, if you were cheating. Right? My God. Let me see if it rolls up. Sprinkle 77. Alchemized bass. Okay. Did we do Pisces? That was it, guys, right? All right. I'm going to leave you with this. Look, love deserves another chance. So if you've been hurt by love, just know this is your message. It deserves a second chance. What else do we? That's it. You know what? I'm going to give you this one. Look, broken chains. So some of you guys, this message, share it, like it, subscribe to my channel. Look, confusion and broken chains. You're going to love this message right here. This confusion, whatever confusion, anytime that you have anything in your life that brings any kind of confusion, just know it's not meant to keep you stuck. It's not meant for you to know at the moment. I want you to, my advice or God's advice is to break free and say, you know what, God, you got it. I'm not going to dwell in confusion because that's of the devil. God is clarity. That reminds me of a girl that's on here, Clarity. Beautiful, black hair, unos pinches chapatitos. But anyways, clarity. You want clarity. And you know what? If I'm not getting it right now, God wants you to be in this energy, playful, loving. This is how you're going to break free from any oppression, any kind of stagnation. Look how happy. Be okay with not knowing. In due time, it comes out. Whatever somebody's trying to keep from you, any kind of bondage, you know what? I'd rather be playful. I'd rather be this energy, because this energy is going to bring you more happiness, more joy. This confusion is going to bring you nothing but negative, intrusive thoughts. So that's going to keep you chained up. See, this person had an aha moment. Fuck, I don't need these chains. You know what? If your person, you're looking, did you cheat or not? The more that you dwell on it, the more you materialize it. The more anger you have towards that person. That's not good. You know what? You could tell your person, okay, you don't want to let me know? Fine. I'm going to give it to God. And that person might think they got one over you. And you still have your energy of love and caring, not trying to bust them, put a GPS, none of that. You just give it to God. And your love for your person, whether they did or not, you overpower that negativity and you draw them back to you. So when you find out, it's really a lesson for them. They could lose everything, by staying in that confusion, negative, versus like, you know what? I ain't letting the devil trick me out of my person. And you bring that magic back. You don't have to do no pinchy other thing. You carry your own magic with your playfulness, your happiness. He'll be like, man, nobody gives me road head better than my chick. And you might not want to hear that, But yo, let them fuck around. That other person doesn't know how to do it like you. It could chop his dick off if he hits the brakes or he hits a car. Make him know, not to doubt that you are the best person for them. So when you feel that another person's coming into your person, because you can't sit and have your person in a bubble. We're, we have free will to decide whether they think it's good or bad. We, you know, your happiness is yours. You can't rely on your person to make you happy. Once, like this song that's coming on, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna end it with this one. This song, I love playing this song. And when you can stand in this energy, and it's called Rebellion. This song right here, when you love yourself so much and you could love the other person, but you don't rely on their happiness, you pull your energy back and they remember who they fell in love with. See? Instead of being like this, oh, I don't know, I might lose them, might not. No, let them lose you. You don't lose yourself. Because while you're there, they're gonna be thinking twice. See, the piece is upside down. So when you're in confusion, don't fight fire with fire. You know, love conquers evil. And that way you know yourself. Okay, you want to be fucking around? These nalgas are off limits until you prove me right. You don't have to kick them out. No, until you prove me right. And still that loving energy, he's like, fuck, that other person, that's where your person or you or your person, it snaps, it breaks because you attract them back to you. You don't have to have them a pinch. You don't have to do all that bullshit. You have your magic. Like, yo, I know you in and out. I know your flaws. You could be a woman, you like, I know it doesn't get up. You can't even do 3 rounds or 2 rounds. What makes you think, ah, yeah, I know you. I married you even with the defects. And if that person is meant for you, I'm willing to let you go. One, because I love you, and two, because God has somebody better. And I don't choose to to be fumbling my next fucker. He might last 3 rounds more than you. And I say that with love. So you could tell him shit like that. Not to shame them, but to be straight up and be like, yo, because that person could be their person. And guess what? God, if if God has that person for you and that person really makes you happy, shit, that means that I have somebody else coming, somebody new, somebody that's gonna be crazy, shaking their ass like me, just understanding how to break chains. You know, look, playfulness is badass. This is badass. And it's gonna surprise, like when you're like, you're willing to let me go. Yes. And most likely when you tell somebody like, yo, I want you to be happy, that person feels like, oh my God, I fucked up. If if they were trying to be prideful or acá, controlling, making you jealous, no, you tell them, no, I want you to be happy. Because you're not believing, you're trusting in him that, okay, I'm not gonna be butthurt or this. It does hurt me, but I deserve love. And guess what? That person probably doesn't want to lose you. And you have the chance, you have the power. Do you give this person a second chance or not? And I'm telling you, some people will change. Go to God and then use your discernment. Look, 100. I'm keeping it 100. Yo, this is the best video. You guys, you might want to record it, rewind it. It says, keep it 100. Always. I'm telling you, when if I take somebody on a date and I feel the attraction, I'll tell them like that, yo, me encantas, me gustas, te quiero tocar, you know, how do you feel? And if they react the same way, then it's a match made in heaven. It's not forever, but for the moment, and it could lead forever, you know. But I'm not a hoe. Look, it could be an agreement. Yes, I'm gonna give you head, but I want you every Thursday. And if I'm dating you, like I'm like, yo, if you're gonna be with somebody else, let me know. If you want experience outside of this relationship, let me know. I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not jealous. But también I'm not gonna be nasty with you and let me decide if I want to continue. Because I do have prospects. I have options as well as you do. So when you're upfront, you keep it 100. Be agree. You know, and it could be your person. Be like, nobody's ever talked to me like this. And you keep it 100. That's the magic. Look, and this brings you big money when you're 100. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, donate to the channel. This helps me to be back on here. Plus, God will give you more. So look, and a fortune teller. Some of you guys in the past, you could have been believing so much in somebody that just had you in a loop like this. No offense to you bitches, pero and it had you in a fence like this. Y ahí te tienen. When all you have to do, a real one's gonna tell you, hey, go to God. Here's what could happen. You have a choice. Every choice you make, is gonna lead you to what you're putting out. You want love, give love out. But I always say, go to God. Go to God, and keep it 100. With a person like, I feel like you're entertaining somebody. Grab them by the balls if you're a woman and tell them, like, I feel. Don't let me believe that my intuition. Remember I said trust and believe are two different things. So you grab them and what are you talking about? You made a commitment and agreement. Where's a little handshake or two where we were going to do something, but I don't have a problem with if we have to change the agreement, but I want you to be upfront. I don't know where it went, but it was the handshake. And when you're upfront like that, you take yourself out of bondage. But a lot of people are afraid to speak up. But you can only be 100 when you have control of your emotions and you're trusting in God. You're not gonna operate out of hurt and anger your emotions because that'll keep you like this. And if you don't tell your secrets, like, I want you to take me a certain way, like I'm urging for you, or why don't you want to do me like this in bed, man or woman? You have to be 100 because you yearn, your body, your love, your spirit wants to experience, especially with the person you're with. So if that person is deciding to go with somebody else, allow them, give them the option. Like, I don't want to fight, but if that's what you want, and you don't got to do magic again, look, you don't got to do that. You are magic. Remember, when you first met, that was magic. The way you were looking at him, where you were going down, and your eyes could have been like this, but he found you fucking excited. Toes like this. Or you, when he was going down and he's looking at you like that and he looks crazy. You're like, fuck, I like his nose and I like powerful tongue, to speak and for something else. Some of you guys, you could give him practice with him, with his tongue. Make his tongue powerful. Do exercises. Like, hey, we're going to exercise on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And nobody has to know those kind of exercises. I'm telling you, he will enjoy it. Even los pinches pedos que le tires. If he loves you, he's going to be looking at you with a smile. Now, for guys, if you throw one, you might ruin it for yourself. So make sure you don't have gas, because women don't put up with that shit. But we put up with y'all's. But as a man, if you're listening to that, make sure you keep it 100 and keep it clean. Jump in the shower. Like, you want to get nasty, get home and be like, wait a minute, jump in the shower. Hasta pinche Julian in your feet. Right, ladies? Put it in the comments if it's true. I'm being 100. There's nothing more sexier, than a woman that's clean. But me as a man, I feel that I want to be clean. And if she's down there in las pinches pelotas, pues, está bendecida because it smells good, Who's this reader for? Anybody that comes across me is, will be blessed, not by me, by God. Bring you joy, happiness. All right, guys, I'm fixing to go downstairs. Look, magic is all around you. Believe in the unseen. All right, guys. Thank you guys for spending time with me. Look at this. Oh, an hour and 66. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Look, somebody's mad. I don't approve. Fucking infinite 888. I hate you. This is probably my exes. But I want it. My little picker's gone. Hijo de su pinche madre. They're mad. But I told them, but they didn't believe. Look, they're mad. This is mine. I told them where I was heading. They didn't believe. One of them, I told him, I said, God is gonna have me speaking, and I'm pretty sure right now she's like this. You were right. Please come back, Infinite, please. I'll make your favorite food, tortillas de harina y carnitas, and you know why? Because look, they missed out on me. For a lot of you guys, you could relate. Like they missed out. They lost the fucking real one. Put it in the comments. Tell them it's a done deal, bitch. They lost the real one. Look, and they're missing you. And you're gonna become this. That's for me. Look, this is I'm sharing my personal shit with you guys so you can know. Never allow shame and guilt. And look, even God called me out. Somebody's disapproving of me. Who do you think you are, Infinite 888? You're not supposed to say that I fucked you up. You're not supposed to say that. You were supposed to be mine, 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 only mine. Not realizing that, yo, I was born to give love and receive love. Shit. I was missing you too, and I had to be hanging out with Manuela. Shit, pinche Manuela en chingas. And look, she thought it was funny. Okay. But I know this was leading me to what? To become this. I prayed like, God, can I be the sexual healer? Look, and somebody's jealous. Oh my God, you are become a sexual healer. And it's not always having to be, physical. It's just intimacy. And look, time, and I get my sleep on. Some of you guys, they're dreaming of you. Selena, I'm dreaming of you. Yes, look, and they're surprised. Some of them are gonna be surprised, like, yo, like I want a woman that's gonna be there for me, that's gonna be, we're both gonna be there. Somebody's gonna be surprised. This came out. When they find out, they're curious. Let's see what Collective is doing. They ain't worth a shit. Man or woman, this could be for y'all too. Man or woman, and they're gonna be curious. Let me check. And the more they're gonna be jealous. Look, surprise and shock. This is a long ass reading. Yo, look. And then you're here. Here's the thing. For a lot of you guys, money comes to you easily and effortlessly. I want you to repeat that. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. And some of you guys, God is going to push you to create something that even in your sleep, you're going to be making money. You're not going to worry about nothing. Somebody's going to be having healing or health issues. If that was you, there's somebody curious and they're going to be tripping because you overcame all the witchcraft they threw at you. Some of you guys like throw more, and you're not arrogant. You just know that the more that they curse you, the more that they do that, the more blessing that comes to you. So put in the comments, God promised me that anybody that blesses me, they shall be blessed. And anybody that curses me, they will be cursed. I have nothing to do with any of that. God handles everything. And yo, look, there's gonna be like a tower moment, because they could have said, they're not ambitious. We took their destiny. I took everything from him or her. There's ladies that, man, they leave them with nothing. And look, they're gonna see your ambition going like this. And I'm a very shy man. I know I could be right here because I'm comfortable with you guys. I'm doing my work. And some of you guys could be shy, or there's somebody that's shy and they're like, oh my God, Infinite is sexy as fuck. Oh my God. Collective is fucking fine. And this could be radiating through the air. It says a bender. See, you could have somebody that wants people to think of you different. This is a karmic masculine and feminine. But the more that they send that negative energy, oh, collective ain't shit, infinite ain't shit, Pisces ain't shit. You know what they do is they actually strengthen your and look and have people love you. Why? Because you put out good energy. Yo, you're gonna receive it back. Mhm. Some of you guys with house on a boat, you're gonna be partying. And somebody that ghosted you, oh, they wanted to become a ghost. Somebody, man or woman, they wanted to be a ghost. Okay, okay. So you let them be a ghost. You let them, okay. Dale. They're gonna be watching you partying on a boat, on a yacht, just enjoying life. And you could be the water bender. Now you're like, yeah, I control my emotions, not you. And this is you being a water bender. You could be a water sign, and this is the magic that you have. That you're not controlling other people, you're controlling yourself. You're allowing other people to be who they want to be, and you're like, peace, bitch, man or woman. I'm controlling my shit. You control your jealousy, but I'm gonna do what God has me doing. Vámonos. Guys, thank you. And if you want to donate to the channel, to me, hit the like button, share in the description. It has my Cash App. And I thank you so much. May God continue blessing you guys with love, joy, and happiness, and share it. I don't want you to believe. I want you to trust that everything is under control and just be joyful. Watch how people are gonna they're gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you? Are you smoking some of that good one? The best. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Good morning if you're on the other side of the world. And sending much blessings.